Let me make sure that actually worked. Yes, it did. Hey, welcome back to 42 Strains. Yo, 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 this is Double A coming at you, and also...
Surfer Dan.
Snack Queen.
Chuck Dante.
Andrew.
That's right. Welcome back, everybody. We are here at 42 Strains. That was your fellow host, Chuck Dante, over there, ripping a fat rip there for you to start off.
The chubbiest of Dante's.
Just want
Dante,
to... Just super excited to be back, everybody. Ladies, gentlemen, animals, things of all
Where the hell have
nature.
you guys been?
It's been a while.
It's been a little bit. We've been away for a while, haven't we?
I've been napping.
Yeah.
I've been napping. Of
I wanna
course
say,
you've been
I think that
napping.
was
You
a
snack
very-
and you nap.
It's a very interesting song we had played there at the beginning of our show. It almost sounds
What
like
was
a...
that? That sounds really
What is
good.
it?
Interesting. It sounds like a song almost
fun.
maybe like people haven't even heard before.
This is a never before heard
Almost
song.
like a
Never
song
before?
made for 42 Strains.
It was a
There's
song
God.
made
Wait,
for
that
Oh my God, isn't that
Who
crazy?
would make a song for us?
Let me tell you, because that is
What?
a song made for 42 Strains, ladies and gentlemen. That
Who the
song you
fuck
just
made
heard.
that?
And guess what? We're calling it 42 Strains because it's
Oh.
our song. It's
Oh,
our
it's just
song.
Wait,
called the
wait.
song
42
Whoa.
Strains is by
You're,
Papers.
oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were just declaring the
Yeah, I thought
42
our show
Strains
was
was bi.
bisexual. I
Yes.
thought that
I'm like, happy Pride Month,
Happy
motherfucker.
Pride,
Yeah.
there we go.
I mean,
Full goddamn stop.
We go both ways, sativa and indica.
so we would say we're kind of a hybrid.
We are
We
a lot
are.
of a
We're a
hybrid.
bit of a hybrid.
But yes, so that was the song 42 Strains, and that was by the band Papers, a really cool band, basically connected by Chuck Dante here, one of his
Yeah.
What's
lifelong
our
friends.
Instagram?
I actually have a little bit of
You
info.
have it?
Whole
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I'll stop doing jobs.
No, no worries. Oh yeah, we got the drummer of the band.
Drummer,
Yeah, drummer
Mike-
of the band, Mike.
Mike-
Yeah, he said, "Hey buds, thanks so much for the shout outs on your show. Here's some info about the band just to let everybody know. You can find our most recent album, TGFK, Thank God for Kevin, and El Sandro on Spotify at papersband.bandcamp.com.
Bandcamp.
They also have a new music video out for their song Press Start. You can find that on YouTube. They're
If
on
you're
Instagram.
a gamer, check that video out. If you are a gamer,
Oh.
check out Press Start. Hands
All
down.
right.
There you go, gamers. Nice little music video for you. They're on Instagram as Papers Band. Nice, they got that. They
Papers
were able to
Band.
get that. And they also have a show coming up on July 1st at the Golden Bull in Oakland, and it starts at 8 p.m. Yeah, these guys were great. They wrote
Rock
this
it,
song
guys.
for us. They're really awesome, really fun. Mike's a great guy. Met him. He came and hung out after he made the song. Yeah, they're really cool. I absolutely love the song. We both kind of messaged back and forth about it. What do you guys think?
I think
Oh.
it's bitchin'.
I think this song is bitchin'.
It's pretty badass.
The vibe of it just feels so much like our show.
yeah.
It feels like some of those energetic strains that we've reviewed in the past, where it's like you take a great rip and then it's the, hey, you guys want to go do something now, kind of thing.
Let's go
And-
hang out
To me,
at the
this song-
beach,
this
man.
song feels like freedom to me.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Because
early
not-
morning
not
on the
only-
beach.
Not only is it
Ooh,
just us
yeah.
early morning out on the beach, getting a good amount of time just to get out there and embrace and enjoy the sun, having a good time, enjoying your herb, but also it's a song of our very own, which can also be very freeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Believe this boul's
Completely
dead
agree.
already.
Oh my
before it
god! If
gets
only we had
to
another
snacks.
bowl.
I'm so
You
sorry.
might
go.
notice if
We have our
you
second
would
one
only
ready.
notice this if you're an old fan. If you're a new fan,
Original
welcome.
spam, thank you.
Yeah, original spam.
flavored spam.
Yeah, the OG spam. I appreciate you being here still. First of all,
Heck yeah. Waited
second
for
of all,
us.
if you're new here, thanks for coming. Don't know what you're doing here, but you're in for a fucking wild ride.
Your new low sodium spam. Your season 2 spam is low sodium.
And then everyone's asking, who cares if spam has low salt? No one's looking at that at the spam. No
if you're
one's-
eating spam, you've got bigger
apologies.
problems than sodium levels.
I'll just tell you right now, I'm the owner of a 12-pack of low sodium spam, so you can go fuck yourself. Super Dan.
I wasn't dissing spam, all right?
It sounded like
Just
a
the
big
low
diss.
sodium, apparently.
realize-
Specific look, if I'm going to diss any spam, it's going to be turkey spam, all right? Because who are you fooling?
Thank you. Thank you. I'll
right.
respect that.
If we're gonna be
What?
praising any spam, the Tocino spam that I haven't seen in over a year and a half. I miss
Oh.
you, baby. I think about you every night.
Oh.
I didn't realize the emotions I would dredge up.
Oh, my
Spam?
grandma
Spam.
introduced me to
Mentioning the
spam,
word
spam when I was a
spam.
young
Spam.
lad, so I
No, I love spam.
I
Wow,
will
that was-
always
that
have
was
spam.
great.
Spam, rice, and eggs. Oh my god, that's delicious.
I hope our spam likes spam.
Morningstar Foods, if you're listening right now, make a spam. Make a fake
spam.
spam.
What? There you
for
go.
me so I can-
Yeah, make a
Hashtag
spam
soy
snacky.
spam.
I want.
Take a
Look,
photo of it.
that's what I fucking
Soy
want.
and black bean
Call
spam.
it Surfer Dan spam.
Surfer dance.
Surfer spam.
Surfer spam.
Surfer spam.
Yes, of course.
Just have it be a new Twitter
Should we
account.
explain to the low sodium spam what
so-
spam even
Why-
means?
why
So, yeah,
spam?
I think we
Yeah.
really should actually. That is a great point, Surfer Dan, and I'm really glad you brought that up. The reason that we
I'm
call
trying.
the people
I'm
that
trying.
the reason that we call people who are fans of our show spam is because originally when we set up our email 42strains@toke.com, we're not going to repeat it. We basically had very little emails. I think people didn't believe us, and essentially, whenever we did actually get an email from a human being, it
A real
always
person.
like a real
Yeah.
person. It
real-
always went to our spam folder, and everything else went to our inbox. All the spam in the world was in our inbox.
Coupons
All
for
the-
places we'd never shop.
It's like yeah.
I ain't buying shit at H&M.
The
I'm
internet
sorry.
I think-
determined nobody needs to be talking to us.
Yeah, I think there's some
I
type of
can't fit in
filter
anything from H&M.
that was like, listen, we hope they don't get these just so they don't get to talk about it.
Yeah, that's what they were hoping to push us off the air, and they tried so hard that they were willing to create a disease and a pandemic just to shut us down.
Yeah, and so
That's
essentially,
where
my
it came
conspiracy
from.
theory.
yeah, and
Man,
so
you've been locked in studio for too long. Surfer
I've
Dan.
been waiting for
COVID
it.
has
Smoked
been
everything
rough.
in the stash.
So essentially, because of that, we decided to say, well, if they're that big a fans, and they know that their mail's going to our spam, that's what they are. They are our spam.
They're our
like
spam.
they are
Spam.
our
We claim them.
spam. We are proud of our spam. We don't give a shit about our inbox. Fuck those inbox emails. Although I do have 5 emails from in our inbox today.
Yay.
Like legit
otherwise,
emails?
fuck our inbox.
But like legit emails, like not coupons. and-
From real living
Whoa.
human
It's
beings.
not a
Any
lie.
Nigerian
Wait,
friends
hold on.
of
We've been
goodness.
gone 2 years. Are you 100% sure all
I-
5 are from living?
I had a PI
Oh.
look into this.
Okay, I'm just checking.
It's me. I do
Wow.
all the Facebook.
My initials are
I don't think
CD,
you're supposed to
asshole.
announce
You wrote all 5?
Wait,
No,
okay,
I
I
did
just
the
want to
research.
announce that, both Chuck and Snacks just announced that they're both the private eye I put on this case, and now I'm like, wait, who did I put on this?
Wait,
You
if you're a
were
private
both
eye, aren't
on,
you supposed to keep
but
it
you
private?
didn't tell
and you
either
both just
one
announced
to
it.
see if they
Hey,
caught each
never
other.
let
They did.
anybody
I was gonna
guess
also-
your
that
next
was my
move.
second-
You hired terrible PIs. You need to really look a
I
little
think I
deeper
was
when you
really
go.
high both times.
That makes sense. That
Yep,
tracks.
that's what it was.
That tracks, doesn't it? From
that
the
tracks.
little double A over here.
That's 100%.
I'm sorry. I think we have a different definition of what privates are being investigated.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my.
that could, that difference in definition could
Well,
cause some confusion.
Chuck
there.
is the one who announced that 42 Strains is bi. So
He did.
Oh,
That is-
That's-
you were announcing your findings.
That's what you were.
Yes.
Gotcha.
that's what it was.
Are you guys new here? What?
I mean, this is a new lounge, so yeah, I am new here.
We are in a different lounge. You're
Yeah,
right.
so
Are.
yeah, and you know what? That's another good point there about a new lounge. Yeah, lots has happened, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
It's big movements.
Since we've
Big
been
movements.
on air. It's been
Betty White died.
Oh,
I almost
gotta
did.
go
Get that
there.
erection snack.
Why you
Can
gotta
get a
drag
harness
us
and
down
put
like
on the
that?
back?
So we're gonna start at like a 9. Like we're just gonna
Like,
start at.
I was
a 9.
gonna be all happy and be like, yeah, new studio,
You're
new
lucky
house,
it's been a
great.
while. That'd be a
and then
10
Betty
if it
White,
was like last month.
I almost joined her.
Whoa,
did.
whoa! Why
Yeah,
are we
so-
getting real about this shit?
Look, you want to dig a hole?
So,
We're going
so,
for it. bitch.
so
Yeah,
I want to
if
get.
you want to
all
go
this.
that real, it was
It's
right
okay.
before my wedding. You
I
got
got a
officiated.
divorce, so here we are. Yeah.
Wow.
She
Wait, you
touched
got married
everything.
and divorced in 2 years?
I didn't want to talk about the wedding because it was the only happy memory I had.
Oh,
Why wasn't I
Okay.
invited?
Because it wouldn't have been the only happy memory I had.
Oh
Oh,
man!
damn.
When
All
did-
right, so yeah, a lot has
Whoa.
happened, guys. COVID happened. I think we're all aware. We all went through it. We're gonna get everybody. We're gonna want to get to everybody's update. All the spam is gonna want to know how everybody's been, what's happened, why people almost died, because that happened to more than
one of us.
person.
oh,
in
you're
this room.
right.
Let's,
Dang it!
let's play roulette. Who's
Dang
the other?
it.
Who's the other?
You will be. I'm really curious who they think the other
Cast
person
your
is.
vote.
Wait, that's your
Surfer
guess.
Dan and one other host in this room almost died in the last 2 years.
Cast your votes. Who do you
Cast your
pick your fighter?
Put the poll
put it in
up.
your head.
Put the
Put it in
poll
your
up
head
on
because it's
Twitter.
gonna get. It'll get there once that person
We'll
gets to
touch
their
on it.
update.
Well, I'll touch on it.
So yeah, we have new equipment, guys. I hope you probably recognize the fucking sound difference
would
right
hope
now.
so.
If you don't, how dare you?
Where did the crunchies
Get your
go?
ears checked
I'm
because
sorry. Can I do an impersonation of our original mic setup?
No.
Yes.
sure, yeah, you definitely can.
All right, Double A's, how you doing today?
Okay, it was a little better than 1930.
Barely.
Jackass. Jesus.
Barely that first setup. The original, the very first. The recording in my backyard setup.
Yeah, and we also
Ooh.
have a soundboard with some new
There's a
little
Lordy
toys
board.
on it. That's
There's
interesting,
pretty
isn't
colors and flashies on it.
it? Yeah.
The producers gave us a higher budget.
The
Not
producers
much
gave
higher.
themselves
They were
a higher
trying.
budget.
Shut your mouth.
Slightly higher.
Canceled. We've got a sound.
Yeah. And no one else in this room but me knows what sound effects I have under my
Hit me with
fingers.
Never.
Dang it.
Hit me
Never.
with one
We're
right
never
Yeah, I
now.
gonna
don't
know.
remember.
I like that.
It's been so long.
Yeah, and so yeah, we got all kinds of new fun stuff planned for you guys, and we're gonna get to that a little bit later. First, I think I want to get over a little bit more important stuff, which is everybody's updates. I'm just gonna go around the room. I'm gonna start off with snacks. Snacks.
shit.
Sneaky snacks.
Yeah, I don't care if you're ready or not. I said it's you. What have you been up to over the last 2 years of all of us in quarantine and COVID? You don't have to get crazy deep. You say whatever updates you'd like.
Let's see, that first year, picked up any little hobby
Yeah,
I
that first
could.
year, like 6 years ago. Is that what it feels like?
Did a lot of painting, took care of a lot of plants, did some yoga, didn't do some yoga for a while.
I think
Just
a lot
started
of us
doing
didn't do
yoga
some
again.
yoga for a while.
I know. I'm
I
sorry.
think none of us were in yoga moods.
No,
a little
not
bit.
at first. Bought a lot of glittery products. Caramel Camel would not be happy.
No,
The camel
no, the
would-
camel would be
afraid.
in fear, unfortunately.
He would run from you.
But I bet they're
screaming.
gorgeous.
They're so cute. Oh my god. Some of
Good.
them are like really nice, expensive, like biodegradable glitters because protect the environment.
Heck yes.
Well, especially now. I mean, we're feeling it. We're
I love
lucky
it.
today is
I love
a
it.
not so 105-degree day like it was yesterday here.
Yeah.
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 Thanks
Otherwise,
for
I'd be
warming.
naked.
Yesterday, I
That
mean,
is
yeah,
true.
that's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I already
honestly.
got some humidities going on right now.
And
it's
then-
a
You
little
and me
toasty.
both.
gotta dry mop
Yeah.
off
Yeah,
under.
yeah. Why do you think you wear the tank top?
Yep.
Soak it up.
But let's see what else. I left my shitty fucking job.
Hell
And got
yeah, you did.
where I
That's
have to
nice.
put in less effort and I still get paid decently for it.
Nice.
And I'm just not at that shitty company. It's great.
You're badass.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
What kind of plants did you get? I'm just curious.
All of
So at the beginning of quarantine, I picked up a baby aloe vera. I had a golden pothos, baby spider plants, several succulents. I don't know all the different names for all the succulents. So
Pretties 1 through 4.
yeah, a bunch of pretty
Yeah, I think that's
succulents.
exactly
and
what they're
then
named after.
the last plant I got
I
was
think
a
that tracks.
Mexican red hill plant. They all did pretty great.
cool.
And then this harsh ass winter that came past, this last one killed all
There was
of
a
them.
couple of frost.
Killed all of them.
Killed all of them except for the aloe vera. And now that I think
So,
about it,
for
Aloe
future-
vera can kick ass.
Yeah, oh,
That's
aloe
why.
vera is
It lives
extremely tough.
forever.
First of all, yeah.
Aloe vera will survive.
A lot of times for frost, just bag your plants and you'll be okay. That'll if you at least know it's going to be a frosty night like that, bag them, tag them, and they're usually pretty safe. Just for future reference, I know just because I'm your friend and not just a acquaintance that you did get new plants recently
I did get new plants recently.
that I'm sure will make it through next winter.
Oh yeah. Oh, those are some thick juicy boys.
yeah,
They're
I'm gonna get some
surviving.
clippings
They're
from you
surviving.
as well.
They're
We're still
surviving.
talking about plants, right?
Yes, I'm talking
All right,
about
just-
plants.
And then what else?
I started
My
farming
name's
that,
Daniel.
like growing like food. I have grown my first tomato.
Awesome.
Nice.
It's not ready to be ate.
It
yet.
always feels good to grow your own food, doesn't
Did you
it?
name your tomato?
Not yet. I'm thinking of names right
All right.
now.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards Tommy.
Wait, you're gonna name like the one tomato that is grown and that you're gonna eat,
Yeah.
Or the plants.
At some point, yes.
or
My
the
first kill.
plant?
Right
oh,
on, right
oh,
on.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
an interesting way to attack farming. I think
telling
maybe
you.
some farmers need to like move to your side of the way. then. Just be a little bit more
little bit more
aggressive
metal,
with like what
you
they're
know?
doing with their food.
Let's see what else. Met a really nice, wonderful man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who-
Honorable
Yeah.
mention.
I mean, I think you got to feel pretty lucky to find some nice love-ins during COVID.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know?
heck yeah.
Not the easiest time for people to
This
find
episode
relations.
is brought to you by Bumble. No, it's not.
Is the lightweight ever going to join us?
At some point, yes,
just
he's
checking.
at
did you
home
call
today.
him?
He's
The
resting.
lightweight?
That's
The
actually his
lightweight.
name.
Is the
Wow, we are
lightweight-
just
That's
burning
actually
him, and he
his
hasn't
42
even.
strange
Oh
name.
God!
Wow.
Did we just name him
The
already?
lightweight?
Yeah.
Wow,
He's
that
the
is
Bring
Jesus,
up.
savagery.
My God.
Are you okay? Are
Don't
you
die.
dying?
That looked like a pretty big rip snack.
Yeah, that was.
That looks yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, you may notice that we're kind of just smoking and not reviewing if you're old spam. That's because that's not who we are anymore. We're not just
We're
review-
more. We're
not
still
just a
that.
review more.
We've
We're
grown.
more now. We've evolved.
Because we can still throw reviews
We went through an
in.
evolution
We're
like
still
Yeah.
fucking
Shit.
Charmander to Charmeleon. Sure, he doesn't look as cool as Charizard, but he's got an attitude and you like it.
Ooh,
You
I
like
like the
it.
attitude.
But yeah, he'll join us at some point. He's
I
Yes.
hope so.
resting.
I really
I'm
hope so.
excited.
I'm excited too.
Well, congratulations there,
resting.
Snack.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really wonderful.
Yeah, I love him. I love him very much.
Yeah, I think
Glad the
that
people
really
on the balcony.
deserves
Those
the.
are nice of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we
Those
are
two
actually in
old
front of a
men from
live
the Muppets.
audience. There's actually about 400 people in here.
Oh.
Yeah,
our lounge
it's
right
a-
now.
All in our
full
all in our
up, yeah.
lounge.
It's really crazy how they
Shredding food.
haven't practiced, but they in sync stopped clapping all at the
Yes.
same time.
I do want to thank everybody
impressive.
for wearing masks.
There's someone
though,
up there
in the audience.
conducting.
You
Yeah,
guys are
truly.
terrific.
Just
I love
thank
it.
you for thinking of us.
Yeah,
you know,
we would
really.
do it. It's difficult to smoke through them, but it's an
Yeah,
odd
it's a-
new filter. I mean, if you haven't tried it, go
Yeah,
ahead. Your
that's it.
end of the day, your mask. Go ahead and take one good bong rip right through it before you throw it away, and just see.
So snacks,
Yeah.
love plants, dead
Travel.
plants, and
And traveling.
And traveling.
And traveling.
traveling.
Yeah,
Cool.
I did manage once. Numbers started getting a little bit lower in the world.
There's been some fluctuations.
There
yeah.
have been some
Yeah.
fluctuations. It's getting a little meh again, but hopefully it'll get back down again soon.
Cool.
In the time that we last recorded to now, I've been to Spain, Greece, and Croatia.
Ooh.
Croatia.
Croatia.
I want to go to Croatia at some
Yeah,
point.
Croatia's beautiful.
I've heard nothing but great things. That's
Yeah.
why, but it's not one that, unless it's one that your generation very much has always fought towards wanting to go to. It's not one until recently I've heard people even going.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
starting
it-
to become a
inventors
tourist
of the
spot.
cronut.
It's starting to now.
Yeah.
The Croatians are the inventors
I know- I heard
of the
of-
cronut.
Absolutely.
I
A lot of
don't
Game of Thrones
think
fans.
I'm going
A lot of
to,
Game of Thrones is filmed there.
fact check that. I
I
think that's
actually-
good. I think no Croatians.
Growing up, my
invented the cronut.
landlord was from
Good.
there.
Oh,
So
wow.
she
Chuck,
would
thank
go
you.
back and visit, so that we would hear like about Croatia when she was growing up or going back, and
Oh, cool.
all of her little spots she would hit over there. So that was always really
Yeah,
cool.
I took one look at Dubrovnik and I'm like,
Say it again.
Dubrovnik?
I just okay. I like that.
I might be
I
just
like
sounds
the
good.
sound
I think that's
of.
how you say it.
There's a lot of cities and places around the world that I just love the sound of. I knew somebody from Siberia. They were from a small town called Krasnoyarsky. So anytime that I hear somebody actually pronounce the name of a place, I know it's silly, but every time in a movie I hear somebody say Barcelona,
Barcelona.
I automatically, as long as they don't stress it and over like I am very snobby, Barcelona. It's just as long as it's just Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Yeah, it's fine. Mexico-
Barcelona.
I'm fine with Mexico as a
Barcelona.
just as a whole country. Just name it.
I love
I
country.
just like
name
the
is
actual
Jeff.
pronunciation. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
so fucking
No,
high.
you're
I
good, you're
I
good.
threw you off. I want to hear more.
Yeah,
about
anything
you
else,
and your
Snacks?
life.
Any other
No, that's
kind of
pretty
life?
much-
That's been your
that's-
big hitters right there.
Yeah.
Love plants and travel. I think that's not the worst COVID in the world, but it still is not fucking easy for anybody. Everybody still went through their shit, but it's good to always find those positives that some of us had during that time
Some
period.
people read, eat, pray, love. You lived it.
Yeah, exactly. And then going over then, Surfer Dan, what about you there?
Oh, as I get the bong. Good
Yeah.
time.
Well,
I
of
think it's a
course.
perfect time.
You could tell you've been a waiter before.
Tell us now.
Absolutely.
Your mouth is full. Let me ask you
Let
15 questions.
Yeah, how's that bong rip?
Not the
How's
same
that bong
as a
rip?
dentist, at
How is it? How is it? Is
I
it
feel
good?
like
Is it good?
Would you like some more water?
Is it good? Are you tasty?
I would love some. I have spit
Yeah.
food into
Are
a
you
napkin
tasty?
just so I can answer. Just actually, I would like a refill. I've been begging for one. My throat is parched. Yes, I mind eating the bite again.
Yep.
How am I doing? Let's see. So so when COVID hit, and I was lucky enough to be kind of shown some signs that it was going to be closing down pretty early. And so I made all these plans. I was gonna learn the piano because there's been a piano in my house forever, and I've never touched the damn
Because
thing.
you've been
other
alive
than-
forever.
Huh?
Yeah, because you've been
Forever.
alive.
Because I've been alive forever. It's actually the very first piano ever. It was carved
That you
out of
made.
the tree that also the cross that Jesus was hung on.
Oh, shit.
So
Lot of
it's a
wood.
holy piano, and I play nothing but dirty blues on it.
Okay, I don't think that checks out, though. I know most of the things we've said today have checked out. I don't,
think that checks out?
That
one
one
checks
is-
out.
You're
No
sure?
count.
Just a little bit of a stretch.
All right, fact check that for me, Spam, and get back to it. So yeah, I had that plan. I had a whole schedule. I actually sat down and like, well, if I'm not at work, I'm gonna get up at the same time, and I'm gonna do this for this long and do this for this long, and all these great plans. And I think it was 2 months into doing those plans that the world closed off. My eyes got really bright, and I fell over, and apparently I screamed, and then I woke up like a week later in the hospital. So that was
Apparently I
weird.
Screamed. That's a fun one.
You know how whenever you watch a movie and something happens weird, or somebody like stumbles over a word and somebody goes, "Oh my God, are you having a stroke?" I now know exactly what that feels like.
Oh.
So it's neat in that respect that whenever I hear that on like a movie, I'm like, that's not what it feels.
That's not.
I mumbled
You're
some
wrong.
words. That just means I'm drunk. That doesn't mean that I'm having a stroke. I'll tell you when I'm having a stroke.
Right.
You'll know. But yeah, so I got to deal with that, and
That's a lot.
instead of spending the rest of the time enjoying working from home or anything like that, like a lot of other people did, or picking up a hobby or picking up a new skill set or anything like that, or discovering themselves. There were so many people that got the time to discover themselves, and I applaud that for them, because
Yeah.
the fact that they were finally, when left alone, when not having to deal with the daily bullshit of life that this universe has pushed on you through all the things that were put in, a lot of people found out who they really are, and that's impressive. And I wish I would have had that time, because all I did for the 2 years was be able to walk and talk and not have daily constant pain thanks to medical marijuana. And my recovery went faster than any doctor expected because of medical marijuana.
Nice.
With the type of stroke I had, the doctors were like, well, you're going to be in here easily 16 days. And it was less than 9, and I was gone, because they were like, I have no clue why you're recovering so well. I'm like, well, I smoke constantly. But you can't say that to a doctor still, because even though it is 100% legal here in our state, there's still this weird stigma, or it's a weird stigma forced upon them, that once you mention it, you're not allowed to have certain things.
Yeah.
Like if I said to my care providers that I am, sorry, puff, puff, pass. That's what I should be doing, not holding. If I said to my care providers that, yeah, one of the reasons why I recovered so quickly is 100% because I smoke daily and multiple times throughout the day. While I was recovering, I was just fucking non-stop smoking. I was Snoop Dogg smoking during the beginning of recovery. Like I was,
That's a lot of smoking.
I was like an ounce every 4 days.
Wow, yeah.
Just constant, because it was
Taking it to the face, bro.
I had to. It was the only way I could get through a lot of the shit that I was
Yeah,
getting
I mean, I
through.
get
And
that.
so I am now on the other side of it with a new job, much like Snacks here. much happier, much more respect where I am now than where I've been in any position before.
That's great.
Except for you when you were that executive fluffer.
Well, look. When you do what you love, you don't consider it work.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's why that works so well. Remember, 42 Strains is by. But yeah, so I'm just now getting to go through a lot of that. Finding myself and finding new hobbies and doing more things that I love and finding better ways to center myself. I've begun meditation for the first time.
Cool.
Much like you saying I started yoga. I started it and then I gave it up. And then I've recently started again and it's really begun to help.
Oh, that's awesome. That's wonderful.
So, and I work marijuana into that. I am very much, I will take a dab, and I don't know about you guys, but dabs take me about, after I've taken that hit, it's a good solid 2-3 minutes before I start to feel the dab. And so I put on a 10-minute meditation thing on either the Calm app or on YouTube, wherever you find one.
The Calm app's cool.
Yeah.
I like the Calm app. They have some free stuff on YouTube if you want to watch a little 10-minute one. And so about 2-3 minutes into the meditation, right when it's supposed to be okay, now you should have breathed away all of your stress for the day, that fucking dab's hitting me. So all the stress from the day is automatically going. So now I can actually focus on the meditation. So I really recommend that if you are new or haven't had good luck with meditation in the past, try it after a dab, because, yeah, that fucking thing. I've tried it on shrooms now, too. That's another thing I got into over the 2 years with shrooms, but that's a whole different story.
That's awesome. That might come up later.
I got into, like,
Got some good
microdosing for a
questions
little
in
bit
the
of
emails
it.
today.
So, yeah, it was solid. But, yeah, so I'm just now going through.
That's you going from the last 2 years, going fucking down, up, all to this point.
Oh, I was almost gone from you guys
Yeah, I
forever. And
We don't speak from the heart here. You're
I
literal best
don't-
friend. It was pretty
really
tough.
glad you're okay, sir, for now.
well,
I was
Yeah.
really worried.
I think we all can sit here and say we weren't not aware of all that situation while it was going on.
Oh,
Absolutely
I
insane.
know, but I'm really happy that there's things like that I was like, I've got a lot of things going on, so I'm like, I don't want to leave a bunch of people in the lurch. I got time, I got shit to do. So I think that was a big part of it, is all these wonderful people, all the weed, but also all the wonderful people that were constantly wanting to see how I was doing, coming over, taking care of me. I wouldn't have gotten through a lot of it without any of you guys. So
Oh yeah, man. COVID or not, we love you and we love each other, and there's no way through that shit we weren't all gonna have each other's back in one way or not, even if times we couldn't see each other. And
I re-listened to our entire first season while I was recovering.
that's awesome.
Because on days that I was missing you guys, I just sit down and popped on one of our old episodes.
That's crazy.
Listen-
I actually listened to our entire first season while I was waiting for you to recover. So
Oh my God, we should have done a little recording thing where we'd rate and review what we did on that episode.
Oh my gosh.
Like what the Office ladies are doing
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, but it was
Oh
just-
my God.
let's be real. There was a couple of months there where I would have been recording with the turtle.
That's true. Yeah, there were a few of those that you would have been.
What do you think, Daisy?
What are you?
Yeah, for your information, we have an awesome pet and a new 42 Strains mascot.
Yes.
It's my brother's tortoise. Her name is Daisy, and she's amazing. She's about 4 years old. If any of you are reptile lovers or just
We gotta
tortoise
get some
lovers or just
photos.
animal lovers,
Yeah.
email us at 42strains@talk.com. It's a real email. Yeah, any other updates for us, Surfer Dan? Does that about sum up your
That about sums up.
highlights there?
I'm on a good road now.
I think so. I've been
it's
enjoying what I've seen from you recently.
yeah. I've found a better work-life balance, and
That's always good.
I am trying my absolute best to just go. There's no reason for any stress anymore.
Yeah, it's better mindset.
I don't need it. Doesn't bother. Like I literally at work did have somebody yell at me about something, and my response was, "That kind of sucks for you, doesn't it?" And they said, "Excuse me?" And I said, "Oh, you're dealing with a problem that you obviously think is my concern for some reason, and it's really a you thing." And so if you'd like to come at me a better way and ask for my assistance, I'd be glad to help you. But otherwise, this is a you problem, and this is me leaving.
Yeah,
And I turned around and walked away.
Yeah, I definitely think a lot of people during COVID, because of isolation, really did learn to care about themselves a little
Yep.
bit more than
Set
anybody
No
else.
job is more important than
For
your
a lot of people is, I think, an important thing to learn. A lot of people, especially
Oh, yeah.
nowadays. I think a lot of things that get brought up out of work, friend
love-
life is just all about giving, and being.
I love the numbers during COVID and continuing now as things are lightening in people reaching out to get mental health.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, absolutely.
Those numbers making
Well,
it
'cause
easier with a
mental
lot of
health, I
those
think, is a lot
apps
worse
and,
for a
and
lot of
things where
people.
you can get help online. We're not going to name any of them unless they'd like a sponsor. But yeah, a lot of those have made people very aware of that they can get assistance.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You
yeah.
can be
A lot
yourself.
more resources out there now.
So yeah, I love that. I love seeing that. There
Yeah,
was a
and
good
then,
thing that came out of this shit.
Absolutely. Yeah, like I said, we got to find the positives out of
Yes,
all the bullshit that
please.
existed over the last couple of years.
No more shit.
And then, what about you, Chuck? What's been going on the last couple of years for you? I mean,
Well, hello. Well, not much has really been going on. That's a lie.
not much.
That's a lie.
Okay,
I got
good.
a smidge of things.
Shit.
So over the last 2 years, I've just made a bunch of little changes here and there to, uproot myself, flip things upside down, around, inside out, and change everything completely.
You're not just talking about last night, big boy.
Maybe.
No.
Initially, I moved out here, out of my childhood home and house I was staying at, and moved to Stockton, California. And I was there for 4 years.
209.
Yeah, and then now recently I have moved again. I'm in a new location closer to Sacramento area.
Fuck 209, baby.
And I'm no longer in the food service business after 16 years.
Nope.
Aww.
So I'm now working from home, getting to do the thing I love and the other thing I love. So now I'm just working from home, doing 42 Strains things and some other things. So yeah,
Awesome.
just getting this going all together now. So out of the food service business and into at-home work, and a couple of things that you previously mentioned and that Double A had mentioned that I wanted to touch on about that is you were speaking on people being able to reach out and get help.
Yes.
And that's something that I actually wanted to talk on because I myself am one of those people.
Wonderful.
That actually getting things together and getting yourself out there together to start being able to reach out and seek that mental help that you need. I've been going to therapy since August.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful.
Weekly therapy.
Weekly. That is terrific,
And
sir.
just grabbing the bull by the horns and trying to take everything in stride. I took that first year of COVID to try to really find out exactly what would be to blame.
Yeah.
And once you start running out of all the other excuses, it's only up to you to find the solutions.
Yep.
So taking those things into consideration, I've been able to reach out and start helping in that regard for myself and for my betterment and my well-being, aside from the medical marijuana. So there's
love
that, big time. There was another really good point also, but I'm severely stoned.
I don't know why you would say that.
That makes sense.
What happened?
You're
But-
high?
But
Two bowls and a joint?
No, it's
each?
actually right here in front of me, also demonstrating how stoned I am.
There
Oh,
we go.
you
Was
put-
He's
there's
got
people?
a system.
Double A was bringing up that tortoise there. So
Yeah.
people who are animal lovers, reptile lovers, if you're interested, the same name that you used to find me on Twitter, I Heart Chuckabee. You
Yep.
can now translate to TikTok, where you
Oh.
can follow Chuck and Daisy the sulcata.
Oh.
And you can see me and this tortoise having a good time.
I-
Generally, it's her eating and
I-
enjoying her baths.
I get high and eat salads along with Daisy.
So
Aw.
there we go.
I will eat my salad and watch
And-
the tortoise eat salad.
She-
Now that we've moved, she has a much nicer area now.
her
It's a
own
lot
little enclosure.
her own enclosure.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And there'll be a lot more content coming up with her soon. So,
She just got watermelon this morning.
Oh, how did that go?
it was
She
fun.
loves it.
Did you video that? Did you put
the
that on
last
the
two
TikTok?
videos that I have tried to, TikTok has not been working with me, so I have to uninstall, reinstall. But I had lost two really good Daisy footages, and that's almost unforgivable with how sweet they were.
Yeah.
So
That's
that does need to be
Baby.
changed. TikTok, that is a slight against you.
Only one?
But no, other than that, just enjoying the move. I'm getting to be around a lot more family than I have been since initially moving from the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah, you
You
were
know,
kind of
everyone-
on your own island out there.
Yeah,
in
and then
the
everyone that was
Tuolumne.
out there kind of got even further apart. Like
Yeah.
my sister moved down to Southern California. I have family in Oregon, Alabama, Texas, but I don't have really anyone much in California in my intermediate family.
Yeah.
But my mom's sister's baby girl now currently lives 15 minutes from me, so she's my direct cousin.
Okay, sorry. I did
Had to try and track
doing the
that.
math on that.
Well,
that
you know,
is-
everyone tries
Look,
to
I
say
got family
cousin.
from Oklahoma and Arkansas, so that's still in a dating pool.
People
range for a lot
want to
of
say
us.
cousin, all right?
Yes.
But then how many different ways have you heard people say cousin and them not be cousins?
Not because
So
I
I'm
get
really
that.
just making
I
it
get
actually
that.
very direct that as this cousin, it is my
direct
mom's
cousin,
sister's
like
baby
blood
girl.
cousin.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is my blood cousin.
Got it.
It's
And,
All
for
right.
realsies.
and she's
Makes
got
sense.
she's got two little girls that are 2 and 3, and they are
Oh.
absolutely adorable, and they ask for me. They want their Uncle Chuck. So
Because Uncle Chuck gets to be play toy. That's
yeah,
oh
and,
my god.
and I can give them anything and everything they want, and then at the end of the night, when they're snotty little brats, they get to go home.
Yep.
So love my cousin,
Perfect situation.
getting to love her chitlins is wonderful, and just been really enjoying myself and just couldn't be happier to be back here. I just a side note, like we said, Papers is the band that is doing our theme song now.
Yes.
I have been friends with their drummer since kindergarten,
Since
So cool.
kindergarten.
since literally kindergarten.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
and
awesome.
and he's since we reconnected and everything.
He's a
when-
dope-ass
when we
dude,
were-
man.
Yeah. Oh,
I
could
have
not-
Appreciate getting a new
so-
friend out of my friends. Like,
Yeah, oh, dude. If there's any of like my friends that I'm like, oh, I wish this could be my friend's friends. Yeah.
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 It's him. Absolutely. There's nothing that he could ever ask me for that I just would not try my best to attain, and vice versa. Clearly, because here we are.
yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you guys get the opportunity, please check out Papers. I hope we get to have them on here at some point.
That would
Oh
be
yeah,
fucking
we
awesome.
will make that happen in one way or another.
And-
With our
Set
new
up a
sound
live
equipment, we can
recording.
even bring them in from the interwebs.
Boing,
God.
I was about to say, could we set up a live recording?
But no,
in
that's
here?
just-
How
that's
do we
just absolutely-
sound this.
Oh.
round?
We'll talk.
All right.
But no, that's just a little
There's
brief rundown
ideas.
of how I've been. I've been working on the
Wonderful.
mental health, been working on fun social media stuff, the 42 Strains business, and then also one more little nice update. I would like to let everyone else here know that I will be one of the judges for the Southern California Cannabis Cup through High Times,
Yeah.
judging the indica strains.
Yeah, it's
they've
coming up
they've
next
sent
month.
me 21 different gram strains of
Yep.
top shelf indicas from all Southern California.
Oh.
And access to a judging portal. And I've just been going on doing lives on my Instagram.
Yeah, I've jumped on a
Chuck
few of those.
underscore
They've been a
Dante.
blast to
You
have.
can go find that Chuck underscore Dante again. That is just Chuck underscore Dante for the Instagram where you can see me do my live reviews. So definitely check them out. And here's to you, Double A.
Hell yeah, man! That's freaking awesome, dude. Sweet. Glad
love it.
everybody's got, like I said, some of these positives coming out of the last 2 years. Whether it was a crazy,
Nice, thanks.
insane time, probably one of the craziest things the Earth has ever gone through. And then yeah, what about you, Rue? My lovely Rue.
My goodness.
We
So
we
much
both
to
have
cover.
updates, don't we?
We do. We really do. Okay.
Yeah, for those of you who
so-
don't know, Rue and I are married.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, we did.
That's one of the updates.
We
That's
did
one of the
get
updates. I think
married.
that's
That
just
is
the
one of
first
the
thing to get out of the way. Yeah,
Which
thank
was
you.
an adventure.
for that.
'Cause
I think I was there.
We started planning before shutdown, so initially it was going to be, oh yeah, invite all the family, let's go, we got this. And then it was maybe we can have aunts, uncles, and cousins and grandparents there, and maybe we just have to limit friends, or maybe we have to limit maybe not cousins. And then it very quickly became no, we can have our bridal party, our parents, and our siblings, and that's it. One grandma was there, and that's because it was at her house. So I mean,
Yeah,
we're not going to kick
you
her
couldn't
out of her own
kick her
house.
She made
Yeah.
I heard you guys had a flower dude.
We did. We had a flower dude. We had Surfer
was sexy
Dan
as
was
fuck.
doing our, oh my gosh, what's the word now? Our officiant. You were our
Officiant.
officiant. It was awesome.
Yeah, that just tells you how close of friends we are here in this
Snack Queen was one of
lounge
my
right here.
bridesmaids, and
we were
it
kinda
was
all there.
rocking.
so much fun.
So much fun.
I got to do Rue's hair.
You
it held it
did.
for a while.
It
Oh, it
did.
did.
It
My
actually
biggest
did.
victory I've ever had.
That is a major
I got to wear a
accomplishment.
fanny pack.
My
Yes,
hair
you
does not
did.
hold anything. So yeah, we got married, got to do honeymoon. Let's see. I'll leave that one to you.
I'll leave that one to you.
He knows what I mean.
Okay.
Other than that, I really enjoyed the work from home. I've actually gone through 2 promotions now. I went from being like entry level to being a lead, and now I'm a supervisor, so that's pretty fun and cool.
Boss bitch,
I'm-
just moving up.
I'm off the grind now. I get to plan like the birthday parties at the end of each month and do all that fun stuff.
That's beautiful.
And then personally, again, we just bought a new house.
Oh my
That's
God.
why we
Damn!
bought a new lounge.
Yeah.
It's
Have you guys
pretty
named
Wait,
the
you live
lounge
here?
yet?
I think we're still
just
Stoner
a lounge.
Way.
It's
It's
honestly
the
just my
lounge at
smoke
Stoner
It's just
Way.
the lounge at Stoner Way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live in the lounge. Got it.
Yeah,
Make it-
we
making
live in
sure.
the lounge. Yes. So yeah, we're up by the Sacramento area now. Out
Live in La Vida
out of
Loungy.
Stockton.
Capital City.
And
baby.
loving it. We
Yeah,
brought
that
our
area's been great.
homies with us, our roomies. They came along, which is awesome. But yeah, we got super lucky with the market, which is
Salt ever
Just
joining
crazy
us?
right now.
rare right now. I don't think he's coming out this time.
All right,
No.
just checking.
Wow,
Maybe
booze
another
from
recording.
I'm just saying because if he does ever listen, I want him to know that I miss him on
You
the
miss
show.
him,
He
gotcha.
was always he would just sit
should.
there and then randomly just chime in a golden,
Boom.
just pearl.
miss
my savory
salt.
I love it.
But yeah, loving being in the new area, much shorter commute, which rocks.
Hell,
And also just awesome house. It's better setup, like
oh,
like Chuck
amazing
said.
house.
We've got an area for Daisy that she gets to have her whole own section. We've
Stupid
got
dinosaur.
an area for the chickens. We've
Dinosaur.
got the dogs are
Dumb
able to roam
dinosaur.
around. It's a good setup for us and our
Yeah.
crew. And yeah, really happy about it. I
Heck
don't know
yeah.
Really, what else is? I think I
Those
hit
are pretty
that
much
was
the big ones. I know the
We've
one
just
you're
been
saving
really
for me,
focused
but
on
yeah.
the big ones.
Yeah, you get the big one.
Yeah, I get
We've done
one
a
of the
few
big
smaller
ones because
trips.
it's a
we
little
went
bit
to
more.
Disneyland. That's
We
like a
did
fun,
do a
like,
huge Southern California
we did a
trip.
Disney
Nice.
Universal
Yeah, that
trip.
was really cool. We went to Disneyland, California Adventures, Universal Studios all in the same week. That was really
Yeah.
dope. Really tiring, but really,
How
really
high were
dope. Which day? I mean, I did
Oh,
Shrews.
I was-
Also, it was
4
it
of
was
the
Salt's
days.
first trip to all of these
Good.
parks, which was
Yeah.
really fun. It was
So-
his first time going.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
how did you deal with weed in the Magic Kingdom?
Well, so it's mainly like the pre-game, honestly,
Yeah.
and we had some shroom gummies. So
Yeah.
the high
Little
inside the
microdose
park was more reliant on the gummies, which was a good way to take. And we had
Oh,
actually we had a couple of.
We had the Canada.
Yeah, we also had the Canadips that we would kind
Oh.
of suck on the way.
Yeah,
to-
nice.
shout out to Canadips, no sponsor, but they're fucking badass.
Yeah, no,
they're just
that-
really cool.
we're not a client. We're just a fan.
Yeah, we're literally just fans, basically. So yeah, that was really dope. So we pretty much were able to at least keep it's not like we were like totally blitzed, but I mean,
No,
like,
no, but you had a good
We were definitely
high.
able to, like,
for,
yeah, for some
hitting some of
hours.
those
You're in the
enjoyments that
happiest
you
place
wanted
on
to see.
earth.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah. I
love
shout
it.
out to Ziggy Stockton for the hookup on the candidate.
Yeah.
They're the
Oh,
ones
yeah.
Oh.
who actually showed and introduced
yeah,
me to those. And it was
super
like,
awesome.
whoa. Awesome.
Yeah.
they're super
Awesome,
cool.
affordable.
If,
Definitely.
if you go to Ziggy's in Stockton, California, mention 42 strains, they won't give you a discount or anything. but
They
they're
might,
okay.
actually. They
oh,
might.
they actually
Yeah, they
they,
might.
the-
Might.
you guys
They told
read
us,
it
like,
so
yeah,
well.
actually, I
Hook your homies up.
if there is
One of
one,
our
they might.
first emails from them will be like, "Stop telling them about these promotions."
I will not
Stop faking this shit.
I will not
Yeah,
stop.
no, we love them. They're great.
Yeah,
And,
we're not
yeah,
even
they-
over there anymore. It's like
So many,
still,
so many different flavors of Canadips too. They
Yeah.
got, like the
Yep.
lemon, the cinnamon, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, using all those different little forms is able to just like not only am I high on the fucking dopamine that is brought to me by my childhood nostalgia that is Disney / Universal / California, Pixar, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Some shroom gummies were great. Like, and just made an overall really good trip. Definitely was it like they were pretty tight on security, also due to COVID. I mean, like the check-in for Disney was like actually before downtown Disney now. Like you look like that's where they're checking people. At that
Oh,
point.
okay.
Because
Yeah.
it's like the
I like
population
that.
count and control. Oh yeah,
I like
It was
that.
kind of nice.
it was kind
yeah.
of nice in the organizational sense. There was way more people there than we thought was going to
Well,
be.
you
there.
Yeah.
just recently went, so
They just
they've had
lifted the mask
time
mandate
to
a
plan it.
week before
Yeah.
we went.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
I
they
think in
lifted the mask
secret,
mandate, yeah,
and
right
I think in
before.
secret, Disney, I know that you're dark and mysterious when it comes to your fucking money.
Your numbers.
I definitely think that it's not coincidence that I thought there was an insane amount of people there for where their cap was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It was
then
supposed to be at 30%.
2 weeks after we come home, they increase capacity by 50%. It's like you just did that?
You did that already.
You
Was
practiced.
my 3-hour
'Cause
wait in line for
Maybe
fucking...
it was like a soft opening.
We were there
like-
during
I'm like,
it was like
did
a
you
summer
just do
crowd
that?
in February. It was basically summer
Yeah,
crowds.
it should not have really. Yeah, it should not have really been as busy, especially during the time that we were there. Like, it really should have been slower based on our experiences. Everything we looked up, did hella research. We made these reservations 6 months out.
Yeah.
Like, did
We were
everything
on it.
right? Did the
Responsible.
Disney thing right? Yeah.
Yep.
And it's still just like we were like, wow, these motherfuckers.
And-
Like,
Goofy bent you over.
Yeah.
yeah, I did. Mickey.
And
Just,
unfortunately, it's going to be a while till we can go again because they upped their prices.
I'm gonna want to
and-
record.
Oh, yeah, they
that
did.
button.
Yeah, they did.
Wow,
Snacks,
honey,
you
I-
doing Goofy? I'm gonna need
That's
that.
not happening.
So yeah, that was really cool though. Still
Maybe
really
Universal, their
amazing
prices
trip.
aren't as crazy
Absolutely
right now.
amazing trip. Prior to that, so we got married.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
really
That
was
amazing.
awesome.
Like she said, Surfer Dan
So
officiated.
finally,
Chuck
you
was
guys
our.
can fuck.
Oh yes, yeah.
Wait, we weren't supposed to before?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
no,
yes.
yeah, no.
Yes, it was
Look,
one.
I was your
honeymoon.
officiant, so I am your spiritual guide.
Oh wow.
Oh, you may have
that's so
misguided us a
wrong.
little early.
That is so wrong.
It's great.
Oh my gosh, people are
Sorry.
gonna be so confused by that.
Sorry. Yeah, no.
But yeah, so Surfer Dan did our officiating. It was absolutely beautiful, and it was also pretty kind of soon after.
Was
his
it? I don't
stroke.
remember what I said. So
Wow.
I
But-
think
It
I
was
wrote
wonderful.
it down.
It was.
we
it was
have video
great.
of it.
Oh,
It was
good.
great. And then yeah, I guess Chuck was our flower guy with his
Fanny pack.
fanny
Fanny
pack, throwing
pack.
Flower
our
petals.
flower petals. That was freaking awesome.
It was sparkling.
And some of the hottest dance moves I've seen.
Oh, they
since
were
90s
rocking.
Rave.
I was
And
watching from the top of the
across
staircase.
boards.
Oh.
Yeah, Snacks was at our wedding. You know, we had the people there that we needed to have there because it was
Yeah.
during COVID and we could not have a full wedding.
No.
And then I just was a wonderful, amazing husband. And like 2 months later, not even really, it was more like a month and a half later.
Yeah. We got married October.
And
in
I guess you can
December.
assume since I'm the last one with updates, I am the other host that
Yeah.
almost died
Yeah.
during COVID.
Yeah.
That a little weird. I wonder who really had me pinned as that guy. I don't think a lot did.
I wouldn't have thought
I
it.
wanna
I
see the
figured you
tweets.
had another decade before you caught up.
You know?
I'm just gonna let you know right now. I already thought it was me.
You're like, I know the
During
story,
this
and I just
episode.
assume.
And yeah, so
Yeah, he
kind
gave
of
me
a-
2 months, people. 2
Yeah,
months.
not
Yeah,
even really. It was a month and a
motherfucker,
half, it was 6 weeks.
I was barely out and
Yeah.
talking to people, and suddenly you were gone.
Now he's back, and now he's in the hospital.
Yeah,
Now he's crying.
Yeah, I wake up a little sick one day, a little sicky sick,
just a little.
just a little
Just a little.
sickaroonies. And it feels very similar to a flu or like just like kind of a stomach issue. And it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just treat this exactly like you treat those things. Some 7-Up for some stomach issues, some
Yep.
Gatorade for some electrolytes, just
Yep.
eat some applesauce, some yogurt, keep it down, drink water. Yeah. All sounds great. Also, I should note, like 2 weeks prior to this, 3 weeks prior to this, my eyesight started going. At first, no correlation. I didn't think of any reason. I thought, I'm,
Not at
in my
your
late,
age.
I'm getting in my late 20s. All my family wears glasses. My eyes are probably going finally.
Might be.
Wonderful. Let's make an eye appointment. Totally did that. 3 weeks later, feel a little sick. I'm like, that's weird. I don't really get sick. I really don't. I get maybe like sick like that like once a year, if anything. Like very rarely do I get sick like that. And it just keeps getting worse. So I have a Zoom doctor appointment because it's COVID. Let's not forget it's still fucking
fucking COVID.
COVID.
Never ended.
This is
Hardcore
December
shutdown.
2020.
Real quick side note before you continue. Did your hospital feel like a horror movie when you
Oh,
walked
it
around
was
the
a
world?
whole.
Because
I
there was,
lived
like,
through a horror film.
mostly empty, and it was like, where is it? There was
No, actually, mine was the opposite horror film. Mine was
Oh.
like a zombie horror film where you're
yours
pretty
was
sure the
fast.
apocalypse was happening in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
It was actually insane.
Wow,
It was
okay.
insanity. I was
Yeah.
in a hallway for 6 hours.
What?
Because
Okay.
yeah.
a
So
gurney.
I'm getting
On a
I'm getting
gurney.
like I'm
Not in
getting
a bed.
sick, so I make not a hospital bed. I'm like, okay, I'll have this Zoom doctor's appointment. I'm explaining The doctor's like, yeah, it sounds like a stomach flu, possibly food poisoning. Yeah. I don't mention my eyesight. Let's
Because you
notate.
didn't think it's connected.
No,
Why
I
would
did
you
not
do
mention my
that?
eyesight.
Fuck, there
Because I
it is,
don't want
baby.
this doctor to sound like a fucking idiot in this story, because we're all idiots in this story.
Yeah.
Truly, I'm the biggest one too. It's hilarious. My wife's actually the smartest one because she actually guessed it before anybody.
Well, let's.
I freaking called it.
How many
Fuck
people are
Andrew.
surprised by that statement?
Yeah, right. So after that, I go, okay, well, I'm just going to kind of keep handling it the way I've been handling it, because that's what a doctor tells me it is, kind of. Most likely. If you still have issues, definitely try to set up a physical appointment that you can go to, da-da-da-da-da. Well, that didn't really last long, because the next day, I wake up, and I feel like I'm dying. And when I say that, I don't mean like, oh my God, I just took a massive rip of the bong, and I feel like I'm dying.
Yes.
I mean, I literally cannot breathe. I cannot see straight. I feel like I'm about to pass out, and it is not good. Like I'm a pretty tough.
That's
individual. I
usually
don't-
not good in
Yeah, I'm a
those
pretty
things.
tough individual. I usually don't really feel like going to the hospital. I feel like I have enough just knowledge of myself, and I'm
You
aware
listen
enough.
to your body.
Yeah, I listen to my body enough that I know when I really do need some professional help, and when I can stay home and handle what I got going on. This was immediately a moment where I was like, someone needs to take me to a fucking ER. And I did. My wonderful mother, I love her to death, was able to take me to the ER.
Yes.
Unfortunately, due to COVID, I have to go in by myself.
Yeah.
And
fun.
even though I am on the verge of really passing out and feeling I'm dying, I have to sign all my own entry
And
papers.
answer questions.
Answer these
What seems
questions
to be
at
the
desk.
problem?
Yeah, I'm like,
Here's a brain
I'm literally
cell.
and I'm like, I am, it's like literally the
On a
craziest
scale
thing.
of 1 to 10, sweetie, how are you doing?
27 square root 4, drop the L.
Both middle fingers up.
Yeah, I mean, really, I wanted to,
No.
but I also was like, these people need to help me. Please
I
fucking
have to
help me.
tell them for them to help me.
And so I eventually I get stuff signed, get into the emergency room. I'm getting double IV'd. I am getting blood drawn 6 different times for who I don't fucking know what. I have floods of questions
For
coming to
everything,
me.
because they have no clue at your
They have
age
no
what
idea.
the hell's going on.
No, they just are like, oh, your heart rate is at about 180.
And they only
your
have-
oxygen, though, is at 100, so we don't know why you can't breathe. Most likely because your heart rate's at
That
180.
could be your
could do it.
your lungs are doing a hummingbird
Yeah,
thing, and your
literally.
body can't keep up.
And so that's going on. And fast forward a little bit, they get me a little balanced out. I get a little bit calmer. At this point, I've been through so much shaking and stuff. I'm in body pain.
Oh yeah,
From just
all your muscles has tensed up and released 40
And-
million times.
little bit of knowledge about me. I have never had to stay in a hospital for a night, let alone more than an appointment. Mm-hmm. Just information there. I am now in still a gurney, an ER gurney, not a hospital bed. Get moved out into a hallway because they're
As
so.
comfortable or more comfortable than the one in Schrodinger's lounge.
It is less comfortable.
Less
it was,
comfortable.
It was not as nice as the
I
ones
like,
in
I like
Schrodinger
the one in
Lounge.
Schrodinger's Lounge.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
You
good.
fucked on the
These
one
were
in
even
Schrodinger's lounge.
more.
I mean, who hasn't?
I
Oh,
have
you
not.
haven't?
I have not.
These were even more basic.
You have. You guys have fucked on the gurney in Schrodinger's lounge.
I cannot confirm nor deny
You
whether or not that
raised
happened.
the thing to match right up to what are you?
And
you could be fully reclined.
I wanted to fuck on this thing because it probably would have made me feel a little bit better. But
That would have, yeah.
so yeah, like you mentioned,
Might have set your
hospital-
blood sugar weird.
This hospital was so fucking full
Yeah.
that I'm in just the hallway looking out into the parking lot.
So if one bite happened, you would just
Oh.
the whole ward would be
It's
wiped out.
over. Yeah,
Well, at least you have a straight shot to the door out if you're able to make
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
if you were able to move,
yeah, not really. Enough to move where I didn't need a catheter. I
Oh,
was
well,
able
that
to
was
just get a
nice.
bottle, and I was able to at least
Just
urinate
lean over the
myself.
side
I was
and
Nice.
borderline, but yeah, I was there.
good, good.
Fast forward a little bit of time. I've now gotten morphine,
Ooh,
The good shit.
and I am feeling a-okay. I'm like, let's go home. It's chill. Like
I love
I
morphine.
was
It's
like, you're not
fine.
fucking going anywhere. Shut the fuck
And I'm
up.
feeding.
Oh,
Wait,
very
isn't
much
that
so.
the shit that they
Snacks,
gave the
that could
soldiers
almost
in Saving Private Ryan?
Snacks, that could almost not be more accurate to what the doctor said because yeah, a little bit of time goes by. I'm feeling great on the morphine.
Yeah.
Just feeling
No, I'm
excellent.
fine. I'll go home.
I
Doctor
can go
comes in
home
and he
now.
goes, yeah, so we know what happened most likely. Do you have any history of diabetes in your family? And we go, yeah, my great aunt is diabetic.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I guess.
So not like
sort of.
direct blood.
there,
but
but
like
distant, somewhat
somebody's got some.
distant.
Like, well,
There's a
based on blood tests, you have type 1 diabetes. And I'm like,
Wait, that's
okay.
the one you're born with.
Yeah, that's the one you get genetically somehow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like not really just something that just pops along because I'm. Oh, by the way, I'm not really that unhealthy, guys. I'm not really a person that just gave myself pre-diabetes and then also gave myself a type 2. It's not really how that worked. But yeah, he told me that. And if you know anything about diabetes, you get ready, sit down, or get ready to sit down.
That looks like it when I tell
yeah,
people
every
this.
time I tell
It's
people this.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's like
I
this
found out
right
that I
now.
was a type 1 diabetic, and a type 1 diabetic that thought he was sick for a week was drinking Gatorade,
Yep.
Sprite, eating yogurt.
Not sugar-free Sprite.
Not.
No.
Why would I
Or-
do
No,
that? I'm
why
not
would we?
diabetic, you silly fuck. I'm just sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, they found out my blood
and
sugar
crackers,
was at
you know,
a
carbs.
nice, just chill number, just a relaxed
What
number,
would it be?
like 700.
Oh, just
right
like
near
700.
700.
What, where's a normal person's
These
like
get
a
trees, right?
100?
Like anywhere between
You're
85 and 120.
Did
Yeah.
you go into diabetic like coma?
Oh, that is the next piece of information the doctor gave me, which was, your blood sugar was at what is an insane level, and even to me, I didn't know how insane
Yeah,
that was.
because you've never checked.
Never.
You wouldn't.
But he tells me that
When
he
you
knows-
told me, I dropped the phone because I know what that fucking number means.
I have coworkers that are diabetic, and yeah, when I tell them that number, they look at me like, and he's still alive?
You also have coworkers who are diabetic who just eat candy when it's brought around to desks.
They
but
do.
That's a
They
different
do.
story.
some
100%.
very
I
long
like
distance
candy.
shots fired right
I
now.
like candy
Sam doesn't
too.
even understand.
Really good dance.
I was there. I remember.
Yeah,
I remember.
the doctor gives me the knowledge of, and honestly, it's kind of shocking because generally around 300 to 400, lots of different people will go into what's called a diabetic coma.
Yeah, coma.
Not a normal coma, just to let people know.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of times in normal coma, you can be unconscious, but your body can be operating at close to like 80, 90%, other than your brain's got a part of it that's not really working.
Gone. Just
When
gone.
you're in a diabetic coma, it's lucky if your body's operating at like 50%. It is when your blood sugar is that high or that low, your organs are all like, nope, 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 nope. And they don't give a fuck what you want.
Yeah.
And they are like, I'm not doing anything. And they said that it's almost impossible to pull a person out of diabetic coma because you can give person insulin, you can give person sugar, but if their body is not operating at any type of real normal level, it can't do anything with it. It just sits there. And he said if I was not mid-20s and very healthy and like basically every other aspect that they saw in my blood test, I would have died. Like
Yep.
it was pretty much, he looked me right in my eyes and gave me that you should have died face.
And I think medical marijuana may have helped a little.
What was your number?
700.
700.
Yeah, it was
Oh, over
700.
seven.
Yeah,
You were like
normal
730
100.
So let's play it this way. So he had a normal blood sugar if he were 7 people.
Yeah,
He
like I
was
had
7
enough
people.
If he
sugar
were
in my blood to
He
spread
could
across
power
most of
seven normal
a
grown
bench in
adults.
the NBA, he
His
had
body said, well, I'm going to take all this Sprite. I'm going to take
yeah.
all
yeah.
this
All the
Gatorade,
Gatorade.
and I'm going to just hold it.
So where normal people
Oh,
would
flavored
have a
electrolytes?
diabetic coma, he
Drank
fell
that
into
too?
another diabetic coma and a half,
Yeah.
and then just kept walking around.
I had enough blood sugar to kill 2.5 people
Yeah.
that are diabetic.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
really
had a
what it came
normal
down to.
blood sugar for a manatee.
That's like 2 life sentences.
It felt like it for about 2 hours,
Word.
let me tell you. And then the rest of the story is an absolute horror show.
Yes.
We can get into that later. That's a
another
very long story.
story.
I mainly wanted to get to the update that I was the second host that almost died.
You were.
In another episode, I will totally go into my story about how
we'll do
my
a hospital
trip-
episode where
Yeah.
you and I just
There we
swap
go.
stories.
You guys can each
Stories
take
about-
half.
Dabbed out of our
and
mind.
then it looks like people have caught up with us.
We
Generally,
caught
I have a couple other things after I almost died too, as well, because
Yes.
I started
Some good things happened after you
started a
came
new
back to
job.
life.
Yeah.
Yes, some new things happened.
Like Disneyland.
Yeah.
Our house, Disneyland.
Beautiful house.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
beautiful
Beautiful
house.
house.
Thank you, and I really appreciate
got some
that.
updating
We're
to
working
do,
on
but
it, yeah,
we love it.
and we're really making it even more our own. And
Got a pink
It
bathroom.
feels
Bathroom, I love
you
I hope so.
already.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I adore it. I love
I
it.
don't know
Yeah,
if
we-
you noticed, but we just got the chair rail up in the dining room today.
No, I haven't. I
Or
haven't.
yesterday.
Yeah, we
I
have,
came straight
yeah,
into
we
the
got
lounge.
some-
But
yeah.
yeah, if you guys want to
I
check
almost
that out.
Indiana Jonesed it under.
We're excited to check
Oh,
things off our
nice.
honeydew
Yeah.
list.
Yeah, we check.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to do the living room still, but dining room's done.
Yeah,
I know how you
unless
feel.
we're getting art hung
I'm
up, it's
doing
feeling
that
really good.
currently with a recent order of things, and
Oh, nice.
let's just say the next time that you head over to Shortinch's Lounge, there'll be a sink that has easy access without going inside.
Oh,
and
cool.
Yeah, that's gonna
There'll
be
be
awesome.
a hot tub.
Oh.
One of those nice inflatable jobs because I've got some good reviews.
Dude,
Blow up
Those
job?
people.
I watched
Yeah,
a
blow-up
video
job.
about those in a hotel once.
Huh?
I said I watched a video about those in a hotel once.
blowjob?
It cost me like an inflatable blowjob. Yeah,
Inflatable blowjob?
yeah. It's like $12.99. It wasn't too bad. It was decent.
Nice.
Yeah, you know.
Good deal.
Anyways,
No star power, but good
no,
amateur.
no,
Good
no.
amateur.
Wasn't really there for the acting either.
Oh, well, of course not.
You know, I was traveling. Anyways, I got a job before COVID that was really wonderful, where I got to travel a lot. I got to do cool things with like high tech stuff, and I was in like the optometry field, and that was pretty cool. And then COVID hit within 3 months, and I was too new at this company, and so I was definitely part of a bunch of the people.
Cheers, life, buddy.
Oh, our little mascot. We have our tiny mascot.
The other dinosaur.
Yeah,
The other dinosaur,
because
yes.
the little Chihuahua is very old.
He's about 13 now.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
We just hit the anniversary
At his
of me
little cough.
having him.
I believe in
Yeah.
Chihuahua years, that's 420.
Perfect.
That's wonderful. This is the year for you, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Best
Don't mind
mascot
me, just
ever.
grinding up more weed.
Absolutely.
just
I love
right
that
up.
sound. I think that's a good sound.
Oh, it's one of my favorite ASMRs. AMSRs?
ASMR.
So
Yeah,
the-
there we go.
I'm
close
high.
enough.
ASRs.
Whatever, it makes you sound like an ASSHOLE.
Wow.
Apple's dead. Go ahead and empty it.
Chuck,
Or I'll empty it
It's got,
because you're
it's got
talking.
another
Man.
one in
It's got
it.
another one.
see if I
Yeah,
give
let
you
me
a
go
reach.
ahead and just take that.
And then continue your update, good sir.
42 strains.
Definitely don't.
What happened?
You are-
What happened? What happened?
Well, I lost that cool job, so that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Freaking
all right.
COVID.
Things always
Yes,
happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Went for quite a bit unemployed during COVID, just looking for stuff. Obviously, I think
And it was
we're-
hard because people weren't really hiring a whole
because
lot
they were
during.
just
Not
firing
Because
a
it's
lot.
not like you were going anywhere.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
I was able to get a job at our across, basically down the block grocery store. We had been shopping there for a long time. The guy knew me and everything, so that was really cool. He really did me a solid there. Almost died right about a month and a half after I got hired there.
Yeah,
So
real
that
short
was cool.
after.
Very short after, so that was fun. Ended up being able to leave there because I ended up getting a job that's work from home. So now I've been with that company for over a year now. I just got a promotion, and yeah, so that's why things always happen for a reason, I think. It's like I'm in a very, very comfortable situation right now where I got to be home, I got to look after all the animals. My job's not like crazy hard. I take calls, I do customer service. It's pretty cool. So that was definitely like that, and getting married and that Disney trip in this house are just like, you know, those are my like fuck you COVID moments for
Other
sure.
than Disney, our travel has been Gualala and Apple Hill, which have been pretty cool and fun to check out.
Yeah,
Nice.
Gualala,
Love
gorgeous.
Apple Hill.
Yeah, Apple Hill's Apple Hill is just a wonderful place to go. Gualala is like a really cool little place on the coast of California. Just awesome.
We met a
beautiful
kitty at
place.
the lighthouse, and I think it was Mira.
Yeah, Mira. Yeah, there was
She
a
was super
really,
cute.
really old lighthouse that looked over just an enormous, just the whole Pacific Ocean. And there was a lighthouse cat there that
Aw,
was just super
lighthouse.
sweet.
We had a
It-
sign out for her.
yeah, because
so
they had
you,
little
like, had her
Airbnbs.
photos
You
and
could like
everything.
stay basically on like the cliff sides of California
there,
and
yeah.
it's really cool. Like, yeah, you open your front door and you're like, 50 feet out maybe,
Waves.
cliff off to the Pacific Ocean. Really cool. So yeah, we were able to still get some fun stuff in after COVID. Did have some down dip and everything like that. And yeah, that's what your host did over the last couple years. That's where we've been at.
Yep.
And I think, you guys should tell us where you've been at. Please, message us on social media, message us on our email, 42strainsoftoke.com. It's a real email.
It's real.
Yeah, we'll never stop. We'll never, ever stop telling you.
Chuck's coming in with the EA. It's in the game style. Like I love it.
Careful. What we are not. That is trademarked
Oh come
by
on, that's their old
Electronic
stuff.
Arts.
They don't do that anymore.
They do.
They do the whisper still.
Yes.
I thought they dropped the
That guy
whisper.
still gets residuals for
It's-
doing that.
It's
Yes.
it's a parody of it. It's a
First episode
Just do it
brought to you in
backwards.
part 5.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Yeah, I remember
Hey,
I
it's
used
in
to
the
play
game.
their Harry Potter
Hey,
computer
game's in it.
games, and it whispered
Hey,
that every
the
time.
game,
I would always
it's
do
in.
it with it. It's the game.
And yeah, so please,
it
yeah,
is.
hit us up. Tell us your updates. Let us know what you did. Hopefully it's good stuff. Let us know the bad stuff. It's okay. Like we all went through something horrible during this
That's
time.
why
I don't think anyone escaped
I
the
think that's
fucking
why
darkness.
original recipe spam stuck with us throughout all of the because you saw our numbers kept
Absolutely.
kept growing. People
Yeah.
kept
Still, yeah.
And I think part of the reason why is
Which we
because
cannot
of the fact
appreciate
that
enough.
we
Oh,
are
yeah.
open, we are honest, we push the responsible stoner. Baby Bird uses us as an example to people as far as what a responsible stoner is.
I love them. They're wonderful.
So yeah, they are amazing. So that kind of thing is I'm proud of us for that.
Heck
So
yeah.
that's why this catch up thing of saying, hey, this is what's going on. How honest you were, Chuck. Everything that's been going on, it's good because the rest of our circle, which is you, our spam, you're smoking along with
100%
us
right there.
We want to know honestly how you guys were doing. How did you get through it, man? What
We were all in
did you
COVID
discover some
together,
strains
by
that
the
you're
way.
like, dude, I couldn't sleep because of my stress, and I
this
found
is-
bubblegum soda. Have you guys had the strain bubblegum soda yet?
No.
I found bubblegum soda, and it is the strongest indica I've ever had. To where I smoked 2 bowls of that, and it's nappy time. And you know Surfer Dan. So for anything
That's
to make
pretty-
me
yeah,
go
that's
sleepy,
really,
sleepy,
really good.
2 bowls back to back
Yeah.
of bubblegum soda, and it was just fucking killer.
Gummies.
So how did you get through? We want to
Yeah,
know.
tell
Spam,
us, yeah.
write to us because we care. We're not just stoners going, yeah, we're going to talk about us. And no,
Yeah.
you write into us. We'll talk about you.
Right,
Exactly.
yeah.
I mean, like,
Hell, we'll talk with you.
talk
We could
about it.
call you and fucking put you on the air now.
if you don't mind,
Caller.
I'd actually like to speak on one particular. I kind of give a shout out to a particular
Yeah.
Go for it.
really good spam that was actually one of those responsible stoners that you're talking about, who actually during COVID has utilized her time and her creativeness to come up with her own business. And so I would like to give a shout out to my friend Melissa over at Bloombud Resin
Yes.
on Instagram. She makes beautiful resin poured ashtrays
Oh shit, that's who did this.
and wonderful keychains, initial keychains, dog tags. She even does the safety spike utility keychains for women.
Oh yeah.
That you can
Really?
clip on there,
Yeah.
yeah. And so you can find all types of really neat things. She'll do your favorite colors.
Really?
Yeah. So definitely look her
please
up.
check her out.
She's
I'm gonna be getting an
absolutely
ashtray.
wonderful.
Love
So-
your
See
stuff.
this?
Yeah, just
Checks out our
look at
lives.
this.
She's a wonderful spam.
She hopped on talking with us, chatting with us when I hopped on your live.
that's
the other
correct.
day.
Yeah, she's,
okay.
she's constantly in the live.
that's
Good,
So, yeah,
good.
she's definitely a 42
Yeah.
strains family.
I follow
And
now.
I definitely
she's actually
recommend
starting to
checking
do
it
them
out.
a little bit bigger too.
I'm starting to play around with my resin too.
Oh,
Oh, I would love to
Oh,
get a
then you
bigger.
should definitely
Pour me
reach out.
dice.
What are you
Pour me
pouring?
so many dice.
Like what kind of
I
dice?
have molds for dice right now,
Cool.
small, like standard size and
Like
a little bit
6.
bigger,
Nice.
all the way to D20.
Awesome.
I
Normal
have
set.
a domino set so I can make really pretty dominoes.
Oh, that's
Aw.
Play Boneser's Mexican Train.
nice.
And then I have some for like either like you can have them as like candle holders or you can have it be like a small little like jewelry tray thing.
Heck
Nice.
yeah.
See,
Yeah.
amazing. There's
cute.
creativity all over there.
I
Yeah.
can make pretty stuff and add glitter.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and if there's anything that we like here at 42 Strains from our spam and just people in general, it's creativity. We're all about that. Like that's what we're doing too
Heck
here,
yeah.
and so we always appreciate new, different creativity. And then when it hits the cannabis world too, it just hits our hearts even harder.
I started just recently, high as a kite, started a new hobby because I fell down a weird rabbit hole on YouTube.
You guys have no idea how many times I've heard Surfer Dan say that.
I know. So I fell down a weird
Weird
rabbit
rabbit
hole,
hole.
and I got to kit bashing, and which is
Whoa.
taking model pieces and putting them together with other random pieces of plastic.
Oh, I've
and there's
seen a bit of that.
There's a whole other subsection of it of people who specifically try to use as much recycled plastic as they possibly can. So like, I've been using like pieces like the caps from my insulin needles as like jet rockets as rocket like I built like with little I found at a thrift store a little bag of plastic dart tips, and they fit perfectly into the caps
Wow.
of my. So now they're little rockets. I
That's
can
great.
build little rockets with a dab of super glue. Boom.
That's
And
awesome.
so put them on a plane, and now it's got rockets. So it's the funnest little side thing that's just ridiculous, but it gets that creative urge in between my other things, because I'm somebody that if you're a painter and you get painter's block, or a writer and you get writer's block, and you need to do something else, you're already an artist. Just try a different form of art,
Yeah.
and that might get the juices flowing enough to get you back to where you belong. So anytime that I'm stuck in a project that I'm working on, I like to find something that I can just go back to and pick at.
Yeah.
And kit bashing is so easy. I'm building
That's awesome.
a pirate ship rocket ship
Awesome.
that's going to fly around in space.
Oh,
It's
that's
a
dope.
blast.
I might need to borrow some of your stuff for D&D just for some fun stuff.
Oh, I've got a couple of things that I've been wanting to work on specifically to give to you guys for your family,
so about it.
for your house campaigns.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
that are going to be either location pieces. You
Yes.
can go, this is the mountain we're going towards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, because I've been watching some art projects on how to build a lot of that shit specifically for your guys' campaign.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Because of all the stuff that you guys talk about and how into it. I'm like, you guys need some miniatures here.
Well,
So-
there he goes. We don't see him for 2 years. Get him out of the studio, and he just gets me right back to being wet as Niagara fucking falls.
You know it wasn't going to be long.
It
You know, until it
usually
happens.
is.
Hey, I'm
I mean,
white. It's not very long. I'm sorry.
Hey, another thing I forgot to give update was just similar to Chuck over there. I'm also a High Times judge this year.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing the Sativas instead of the Indicas, but it's been super fun doing the same thing. Rue and I jump on the Instagram Live, and we do little 42 strain quick reviews on the same strains I'll be later judging on High Times Cannabis Cup this year, starting in, I think it's like July 7th or 11th, one of those?
The final day is July 10th.
Yeah, 10th, thank you. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, check those out on our Instagram, and please let us know what you think about
been a
them.
lot of
Try to
fun.
check out those strains. Yeah, it's been
Strains
super
moving
fun.
up in the world. I love it.
Yeah, been super fun. Yeah, we have been moving up in the world. This new equipment, new lounge.
I want to do an episode where after it's all said and done and you guys are finished, and I'm just putting it out there right now so our spam can automatically get ready for it. I want to do an episode where I just sit down and interview the two of you as judges from the Cannabis Cup.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
So not just that little, no, just specifically pull you in for an interview.
Yeah,
episode.
sure.
Dope.
Yeah,
How
that'd
much
be
is
that'd be
that?
awesome. Yeah.
How much do I pay?
Yeah.
Reach arounds.
All right.
Oh wow, that was like twice as much what I was going to ask for.
Oh,
Wow.
Like honestly, like just a
You're-
sweet, soft, caressing touch on the cheek would have.
Well, now
You
it'll
know
be a
what?
soft, sweet caress on your dick cheek.
I'll let you be the big spoon.
Wow. Wow. I'm always the big spoon. No, not really. Actually,
I'm the ladle.
The ladle.
I made you out of clay.
Dreidel. You
Silly goose. It's the stroke.
Yeah, I can just play that for me. No, I'm not. It's not because I'm fucking high. Look, I had a stroke.
so pissed.
You smell feathers burning?
But yeah, does someone smell toast?
Why does everything taste like cotton?
You might have COVID.
Yeah.
See, look how crazy. Look at the crazy world we live in now. It's like we could be anything. It could be diabetes, stroke, COVID.
Diabetes, stroke, and COVID.
All of it at the
That's
same
the
time.
name of this episode. Diabetes, stroke, and COVID.
But yeah, we got new sound equipment. We got new lounge. We got because fuck
Segue.
COVID. Because fuck COVID. That's where I'm at right now.
COVID.
Really.
Yeah.
You know, we're
It's a
persevere.
great setup. We're like professional and shit.
It's
now.
it,
feels
it looks
like
a little
it.
professional in here.
Yeah.
It looks
Oh,
like
it's
a
more
little.
than a little
People
professional.
should be
Yeah, I
listening
mean,
to us.
I have lights on buttons, guys.
Yeah.
I have
Lights
individual
on button-
dial.
There's multiple wires.
There's many
I-
wires.
I'm a
an
little
investor.
afraid to move. To be honest. Oh.
Yeah, you know,
get
I
the
had to
rim
put
shot.
that
A
one
rim
in there,
shot,
guys.
rim
You
shot,
know,
sorry.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also we're gonna have a kind of a new show. We're not gonna be the same show we were during our first over 50 episodes of 42 Strains
What's
that you can
50
catch on
episodes?
Podbean,
That's a
YouTube, and
Spotify.
Spotify. Yeah, Spotify.
It's almost like it's 42 Strains, the next generation.
Oh. we've
Sure.
evolved.
Anybody can call it whatever they want, really,
Whatever
because
they
we're all here and open to interpretation because we don't really care that much.
42 strains.
That's not the
Dawn of
important
Thrust
stuff.
Us.
Dawn of Thrust us.
And so yeah, we have new things. We're gonna do some reviewing. We're gonna review strains during some episodes.
Yeah.
We're also gonna have other episodes where it might be interviews with Chuck and I on doing judging. It might be a story time with Surfer Dan and Double A on their near death experience / hospital stays.
Me and Double A might get really, really stoned and have to tell you about a new video game.
Yeah, like we're gonna bring a lot of new stuff your guys' way. We're gonna do more high splations from last season. Hopefully now we're gonna get some more spam as we have 5 emails today to go over and lots of good questions. And so just look forward to that. Look forward to all kinds of fun stuff like that. We're still gonna have wacky news, and yeah. Well, careful, sir. Careful. Don't move too fast.
Was it time to?
No.
Do I-
Settle down. Settle down. No. It was a little tease. It was a
No,
little tease.
it's been 2 fucking years since I've gotten to do that.
I felt like your veins like swell up a little bit. So yeah, just look forward to lots of new stuff. It's going to be moving around a lot. We're still going to have the same tell system when we are doing the strain reviews throughout the episodes. We're not changing any of that. We're just going to change the formatting of each episode, and it's just not going to be a strain review with some little added stuff in. We're going to have a little bit more variety for you guys.
We might be more of a smoke circle with something to say than we were before.
Yeah, even more. Yeah, we're a smoke circle with even more to say now. Yeah. So with that, I think I want to get into some spam emails, guys. I think we should go over some of the emails that we've received.
People wrote to us.
People?
Yeah. Well, they had a lot of free time on their hands.
Living human beings emailed us, guys.
They had some time on
Spams.
it.
Ones
Had a
that
lot of
care.
fun.
What's that?
Ones that care.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
They really
Good.
do.
Yeah. So I
But
want to
I
go over the
miss you,
first
spam.
one. I think it's a great one. I think we're all going to appreciate this.
Is it hate mail? Because I don't know.
No, jeez.
Fuels my inner.
This is from Tyler Durden.
Tyler Durden.
Hi,
Tyler Durden, yeah.
I don't.
And it's
believe-
unbelievable to think
don't
that Tyler
believe he's
Durden
real.
would have anything less than hate mail to send, but that's all right.
But Tyler Durden wants to
I
know
don't believe
from the crew here at 42 Strains,
Hi, Tyler.
which came first, the plant or the seed?
Oh.
Oh, think about it. Do, 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 do. I have to do that because I didn't think about putting a Jeopardy soundbite.
Oh, that
in
might
my
be
Wow.
copywritten.
That might
We
be
might need to talk to
copywritten.
Papers Band about doing an inquisitive
Ooh,
little.
kind of way.
Give us a
coverage.
little 10
I
second.
bet you I can talk to Mike and he can
42-second
work something on his hi-hat.
Or
Yeah.
like some section of our song that he can like
Yeah.
elongate and slow down.
Oh, I just tell him a whole new little inquisitive 10 seconds. All we need is 10
Yeah,
seconds.
we're definitely good. Yes,
Yeah.
and we're gonna do that too. You
They're
guys are
gonna
gonna
listen
get
to this episode
Jeopardy
and be
while
like, these
high.
cocksuckers
That's what-
can't be
these
grateful with
motherfuckers
just
are
their
just
No,
all-
they're
intro.
like, we don't work for you. We
No,
definitely
we
don't
don't.
get
I
paid
know,
for
but
this.
we'll get you high. Come on in. We'll get you high, and we'll talk about.
I'll be
you
like,
on
I
an
know,
episode.
Mike, but we love you, and I thought
Love
we do things
you.
for
Yes.
love. Remember? Oh,
Which came
yeah.
first?
I would do.
What?
How do we determine this? Because it would have had to have been because all plant life going back far enough will be
Seed came first.
grandfathered that it would end up being split to where
Seed came first.
it would have to be the plant would have come first, and that
A different plant may have came first.
Yes,
but
two
the
other
thing-
plants became
but
what
it's the-
is now grown into cannabis.
But the
So
seed-
I've got to say
The seed is first.
it was the
But where
plant
did the
first.
seed come from?
Evolution.
I got to go with plant. I got to go with plant.
I'm gonna go with rational.
Well, here we go. Let me give you one deeper why it's seed.
Why do you
because
think?
the only way that plant originally was even created to create this seed in the first place
Yeah.
was with the seeds of life
Yes.
being single cell
you-
organisms.
You came all over the ground.
Not me
Yeah.
And it rained.
specifically. I mean, if we're going the Scientologist rate, it's the aliens
look like
who fuck the
Jesus.
volcanoes.
You look like
right.
Jesus. So
your own personal Jesus.
My.
Hey, careful,
Really?
careful.
Sorry, we don't want to get
The
copyright
reason that we may
Sorry.
or may not have a very nice brand new
Copy.
song that is written directly for us is because I have an absolute shit time with YouTube, Spotify, and Podbean.
Yeah, maybe.
Not Podbean, actually.
Yeah.
It's only really
Yeah, no,
Spotify
Podbean's
and
great. We love
very
them.
much YouTube.
You guys
YouTube,
are-
You need to chill the fuck
Yeah,
out.
YouTube. Fuck you.
We did everything right. I've not
Fuck
actually
off.
ever had an episode fully taken down because every time I fought it, they're like, "Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's how that
Right.
law works." Because
Yeah.
you looked it up and we fucking didn't.
oh yeah, we followed
And
the fucking
they try to
law.
take down all our episodes for 30 seconds of a song, and we even though we named the artist and say and talk
Gave full credit. Told you where to buy it.
Made it. Yeah,
Talked over it,
So we were
motherfuckers.
just
We
not,
did
with
it.
the upgrades of everything else. We also were like, you know what? we just got back in contact with Chuck's friend, and they're in a band. They were very, very excited to do something like this, and we were ecstatic to have them do it.
So from here on out, when we sing songs, all you're going to get is parody versions. So it's your own individual Moses, someone to part the way.
Because now YouTube can
Someone
get off
who
my fucking back
hates.
about
Yeah, it's
whatever
parody
we
now,
have in our
motherfucker.
episodes.
It falls under parody, right?
But yeah, so yeah, fuck YouTube a little bit, but also thank you for hosting our channel. So
That's why for this Pride Month, 42 with YouTube.
so thank you as well.
You kick us off this month, it's considered a hate crime.
I think so.
do it.
Okay,
We are
yes,
bi.
I
Yeah, we
agree.
are bi.
We
Chuck
explained
outed
it
us at the beginning.
at the beginning.
So Snacks, I've also seen you pondering quite a bit over there. Do you have some words you may have on the seed or plant?
Cedar plant.
I want to say plant.
But the seeds of life.
Is it because I'm so old you believe I was there to plant?
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, just out of seniority, Surfer Dan may have like more weight than any of us can carry in this argument. So I guess Tyler
That's not
Durden,
just a fat joke.
it's the fucking plant. The plant is first. You've heard it here
Okay.
probably first.
Maybe.
On
Um,
Strange.
because I assume I would assume plant.
wait. I disagree.
Why?
You
Oh,
say
we have another
seed
seed.
first. You
Wait, do we
agree
have
with double
3
A.
plants? Are you a plant, my lovely
I
wife?
Say plant.
You say plant as well.
Wow, 3 plants, 2 seeds. Let me talk to me, other seed. Talk to me.
Other seed.
See if you can
All right.
convince us, Cedar.
Seeds
Well-
of life.
All right. Like you said, though,
Go planter.
It was a hybrid
Yeah.
because it had to take 2 other plants to initially come up with whatever would make that seed. But it would be the seed of this particular plant's first time.
Yes.
So if it's
First
not
time.
either of those first,
It was a virgin seed.
yeah, if it's not
Oh,
either,
so-
no, if it's not either of these,
Oh, we're
other
not doing. Oh,
plants,
sorry. No.
like thank you. If it's not either of these other plants, like second or third time being born, no, they took those 2 to make that one its first time original seed.
Okay, look. So I'll concede to the fact that both plants that I'm talking about that would have had to have hybrid to create the first seed in order to create what is now modern day cannabis would have had to have originally come from seeds. But if you trace back the genomes far enough, you're gonna get back to 2 completely separate plants.
But those
that
2 all were also
created.
seeds themselves at one point.
They were, but their
The
seeds
seeds
have nothing in common with the new seed that the hybrid plant created because they were planted too close to each other.
Dude.
So I think it's the plant came before the new seed that developed and evolved into.
I think you're right on a time aspect, on a literal, like, chronologically. But if we're talking a little philosophically here.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
the
no, let's
seeds
go
of-
for it. Let's
the
go.
seeds of life came before the
Oh,
plant that
okay.
made the seed in which we're referencing.
But see, unless we're talking existentialism philosophy, and therefore the plant exists, therefore the plant's always existed because
So
it
you're
exists,
saying
therefore it
There
it
is.
is no
seed,
spoon.
You're saying it is seed and plant.
At same time.
Because even
The
the
seed
thought,
I feel
is
like
the
I'm back
plant.
in college.
yeah, I mean, philosophy doesn't.
So you're
exist.
super
Wait,
fucking high
wait, are
listening
we
to an
under-
old guy
Wait,
talk.
Wait,
Just
are we-
listening to the.
Wait, are we like
debate.
under the impression that philosophy exists anywhere where they try to forcefully teach it to you?
Yes.
No, that's wrong. That's silly.
I'm
Don't
the person
think
who
that.
reads philosophy books for fun.
Yeah, you're like 1,000 years old. You were there when
I-
it was invented, man.
I watched
It's like
philosophy
you're
be
getting
written.
a refresher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you're just
This
like,
is not
the
new
olden
info.
days. This nostalgia.
They finally got it off of tablets.
There's a-
and
there's
onto
a-
tablets.
There's a
It's
great book,
wonderful.
by the way, called Batman and Philosophy: The Dark Night of the Soul.
Oh.
It
truly-
is really a good philosophy.
So truly, we have no answers for you, Tyler. Hopefully, you can find it in yourself to just accept that and maybe live your life without worrying about such silly,
Doesn't matter. You
trivial
don't
questions.
exist
Do
anyway.
you,
so
do you
it's fine,
even
though.
do you smoke weed?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Yeah, do you even smoke marijuana?
I
Don't
think
be
Tyler
mean to new
does.
spam.
I think Tyler does.
Tyler does.
What was that, Snacks?
Don't be mean to new spam.
I'm not being mean. I'm just.
How do we know that's not
I'm
OG
learning.
scam?
I'm getting to know them.
You're calling
right,
him
I'm
low
already
sodium
making
without
an
even
assumption
talking.
that-
Oh
Wow.
wow! Low sodium shots fired.
So
Bang.
Wow!
Bang.
Bang bang
Bang
bang.
bang.
go.
So we have another one.
Thank you, Tyler.
We love
Yes,
you, Tyler.
thank you
Thank you,
very
Tyler.
much, Tyler. I hope we gave you something.
I hope we smoke.
I'm thinking about that when I go to bed tonight.
We gave you.
Looks like we
something.
gave people sleepless nights, so that's good. We're off to a great start.
We are. I like this. Episode 1. Let's go, team.
Yeah.
Go hard to
Oh,
the
sorry.
face.
Let me.
Oh, thank you. No, please keep those on.
Keep those.
And then we got another one here. This is from Jamie Peluso. Hey guys.
Hi, Jamie.
Yeah, hey, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Love your podcast, and I'm excited for the new season.
Oh,
thank you.
thank
We are
you.
too. You might be as excited as we are because we're a little stoned. You know, it's
I
hard to
hope
get.
so.
Sometimes it's hard to get your excitement level up when you're so stoned.
I mean, you're excited. You just don't express it the same.
Yeah, yeah, it is a little bit that. Yeah. So she says, how do each of you compare each other's tastes and preferences to your own? I want to lead with that. I'm gonna.
No, I like
she
that.
kinda
Okay.
She kind of has two questions. They
I-
kind of lead into each other, but I just want your answer on that.
I
How
can
do
give
each of you
my
compare each other's
perspective on
tastes and
that.
preferences to your own?
So, age-wise, we've made it no qualms that I am old. But
I wouldn't have qualms. It's fucking obvious.
yeah.
You're about to turn to dust over there.
every time I cough. So
I always go. Oh, no.
So there are lots of ways, and like you guys have introduced me into certain ways of cannabis that I just never.
Like you never even fathomed would even
I
fucking
dabbed
exist.
with you guys for the first time at our very first live event.
Would you say you've had life-changing smoking experiences with us?
Very much so.
Awesome.
Very much so.
I think that's fucking so cool.
Like it is. I would say that I had different stages in my career as a Stony, and the two different times of me being a stoner pre you guys are more like the Dark Ages and the Bronze Age, and you guys are very much got me into the Enlightened Age. I guess that's the way to put it. You guys are my enlightenment. There we are.
Aw.
So as far as how we deal with the different tastes, like we're open and honest. We talk about what we like and what we dislike. We've had rips off of each other's pieces where we're like, oh God, I don't like how this hits.
oh yeah.
And we just say it because we're not going to hurt
You
each
should know
other's.
by now. None of us are shy to really.
Yeah,
share our
we're not
opinions.
gonna hurt each
I mean,
other's
I think we
feelings.
consider each other's feelings, but we've known all of us have known each other a long time. We know if we're
Like I've come into the house and had me go, hey, I brought some weed, and you were like, oh, you might not want to smoke what we got right now because it's a little on the diesel side, and I know you. So we know each other's tastes that way. So when we talk the tell system through, we know the experience we're talking behind it. So when Chuck says something is an effect is a 2, we know what that means versus what Snacks' 2 means. And it's hard to quantify that to the audience, but to us, we understand it, so we can balance that out whenever we're talking as a group of, oh, okay, so maybe for you, Snacks, you should skip the next rotation. Chuck, you and I might want to take a few more hits. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we judge each other. When you find a circle like that, that's really the key, is to just keep being honest. Don't just get high and watch shit or listen to music. Get high and talk about the experience of getting high. Talk about what you're going through. Because, oh shit, man, this stuff's fucking me up. Okay, well, the next time I get this, I'm going to save that for the end of the evening so we can have some more fun before that.
yeah, 100%. I think
So just talk it through, man.
Yeah, I think anyways, when we as just who people are on a podcast or we're comparing opinions, even if it's about something trivial as maybe the flavor of marijuana or the smoothness or whatever it is, I think we all just know how to kind of approach our own opinions with each other pretty well.
Yeah,
Snacks?
and we've disagreed on many
Yeah,
things.
absolutely.
I think on
Yeah.
air we've
It's
fucking
some of them gotten been like, come on, man, like we've totally gotten about it. We've totally.
Oh, I
been
thought
about
you were
that
gonna.
life.
I thought you were gonna throw a punch at least once.
Oh my god!
No, I'm
no,
fucking
my
kidding you.
goodness!
There's
I'm
a
fucking
point where
kidding.
someone's like, yeah, this is
Wow, it's hilarious
And
because the next
everyone's like,
question is going to totally
one.
do well off of this.
Oh shit! Really? Oh,
Yeah, Snacks. What about you?
That's
Is
sick.
there any like kind of things you do when you're like sort of comparing your own taste to ours? And is there anybody? So the next question, like just before we get to a couple more of you, like just because it kind of leads into it a lot, we're already getting to the disagreement side. Is there any one of us that you agree or disagree with a lot? Like on these things, like when you're doing those comparisons.
Oh.
Yeah, Jamie's like trying to start a little pot stirring over here.
I'll
The
see.
pun intended.
It's,
Llama.
it's definitely
Yeah.
not every strain.
Baby
That's
mama
like,
llama
oh,
trouble.
you and I are always different on.
I just
like,
wouldn't say
every
a lot.
strain.
But like on
That's my thing.
average.
But there are some strains where, like, I know there's some Surfer Dan where you get one taste and I'll get another. I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's weird whenever that happens,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to think some of that is simple age, that I'm finding a different taste to it because of the fact that over the years certain taste buds have burnt out on me.
You've also
You're-
had the opportunity to taste different weeds than I've had.
Exactly, and you've had opportunities to taste different weeds because
Yeah.
of moving to SoCal, moving back up this way now further north than where I am. So you're getting different growers than I am, and
Yeah.
especially helping out with the Cannabis Cup, you're trying some shit I've never even
Lot.
heard of. So I'm watching, I'm loving. So it's when it comes down to it, yeah, the experience is a big thing. Whenever we find the different flavors, like if I find something fruity and you're 100% it's earthy, I'm like, it's weird to me, but I have to think that I just got some things burnt out on me that I just can't
She
taste
used
it.
the word consistently, and that's where I go. I
I-
don't think any of us Well,
I
would
disagree
say-
with that statement.
I would say agree. I think some
Yes.
of us consistently agree. On
No,
this.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
think a
consistent-
lot of
yeah.
us are consistent on a lot of parts of judging the strains. I wouldn't say disagreeing. I say it comes quite a bit more seldomly.
I could think of some people that are like friends of the show that hop on every
Yes.
once in a while that we consistently
we're
disagree
like-
I was
with.
gonna say,
Yeah.
I usually I
they
could
throw 'em
disagree
up.
with our guest host most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
Well,
yeah,
they
most
come
of
on,
the
and I'm
time
just like,
I
I'm
think.
like, I appreciate you trying, but you don't know what you're doing.
But yeah, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, sorry.
Good attempt. No.
You taste that? Good luck. All right.
Like Snacks, you're usually in the pot stirring business. I mean, like, do you feel like
You
any
are,
one
you're
of
a
the main
professional.
hosts? Do you ever consistently disagree with any of us?
I can't think off the top of my head
couldn't really
me
either.
disagreeing. I think there's only been like one or two times where I said something and everyone else like, no.
Don't get that, yeah.
Right.
And I think that a lot of times is on effect, and I think it's because you do have sometimes some peculiar effects to some of the
I
strains.
think
we
for me
smoke.
it's smoothness. Smoothness is the one where I'm usually like, no, that was like a 3, and everyone's like, I'm dying. I'm fighting for my fucking life. What are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
or it's the opposite with you too. There's sometimes that we're
Yeah,
like,
there's
yeah,
some-
that was
yeah.
super smooth, and you're like, you bitches, I feel like I swallowed a porcupine's cock.
Yeah.
So I
We have her
get
quoted as
what you're
saying
saying. So, huh?
Do we have her quoted as saying that? I need to get that sound.
I know, but you
Cite
could
your
just
sources.
yes.
I'm about to say, if you can cite that source, I'll get it tatted.
So JB, no, I don't think any of us really consistently disagree on anything. I would say
Nah.
probably all of us a little bit consistently disagree with some guest judges or
Yeah.
things like that. Mainly because there's levels of how seriously people take what they think about cannabis and the cannabis they're smoking.
Would you
And I
would you
think
say
we are on a little bit of a higher level, or at least just have a higher like threshold to where we're not really gonna just allow things to really just
How-
at this day and age be that low.
would you say, just coming off of Jamie's, because I love this line of questioning. Well done, Jamie. I hope you're
Yeah,
smoking
great
with
question.
us. Love you. Not like that Tyler guy. Fucking. No, I'm kidding. I love Tyler. No, I'm fucking kidding. I'm fucking kidding with you. So the idea is, so there are many times that because we use the tell system, which I don't want to get rid of, it's simple, it's
No.
easy, it is focus driven, and I don't want to add halves or things because
Voted
we've
on
had
it, it's not happening.
several people have wanted it, and we're like, "Fuck you! You're not on enough for us to do it." So it's when it comes down to it, when there's a disagreement of things like when you say something is definitely a 3 in, let's say, effect, and I'm feeling nothing off of it, and it's not okay. Better example would be, let's say Rue is feeling an effect because you smoke differently than I do. So because AA, you and I quite often agree with things, except for every now and then.
Yeah.
So usually when you say a number, it's almost exactly my number. There's not we've disagreed, like you've said it's a low side of a 2 and I've said it's a high side of
Yeah.
a 2. That's about it. But I remember at least one strain. It's going to be early on, and it's just because I listened to them all before, but it was early on.
I think I know.
I think before we gave you an official, you're a host, because fuck this whole guest host thing. We know what the circle is. It was
Yeah.
stupid for us to try and just do it 2 at a time.
We just thought we were the only ones in it to win it. Like
Yeah, and we had 2
Well, we had way
microphones
more
at the time,
supportive
so it was
people.
easier for us to just go, all right, it's us. So, but I remember very early on there was a strain that you on, I want to say Effect, but I'm high, so who knows? I want to say it was a fact that you said it was a 3, and I felt nothing.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, it was a 1. And we had this conversation about why it was that. And I think that's, again, goes with the open communication. But when we talk through stuff like that, here's my question to everybody here, at leading off of Jamie's line of questioning. So when something like that happens, where two hosts are on opposite side of the tells scale, and we start talking through what we officially, because we never just give it what one person says. We always discuss what the score is, and to come to our agreement of the number. And there's been times that we've said it was a 2 with an asterisk, because it might have been a 2 because of other things that happened, that kind of thing. But when we have
allowed borders,
when we have those discussions, do you feel like there's one person or one person that you tend to agree with or listen to their opinion in that debate more?
No.
No,
'Cause if-
actually, no.
I keep it pretty neutral.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you?
I do a little bit. I can say that honestly, because it depends on which area of the tells it comes on.
Okay.
Honestly, because I feel each one of you...
I will say on smoothness sometimes, like Chucky, like Chuck could just rip fucking things for eternity, and like smoothness sometimes I'm like, I don't know, Chuck, I don't know, man, you can just rip fire.
I feel like
Sometimes on
if
smoothness, I can't just like be with Chuck on that one every time.
and maybe this goes on
I just gotta
Jamie's
say, when
line
I
of...
give it a 1, you better fucking listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty-
Chuck is giving it a 1. That's what I'm like. Oh,
That's a strong
okay,
one.
Yeah, that's bad.
So I guess to go with Jamie's line of thinking, so I guess if we were talking about smoothness, I would go to snacks, because we tend to have a similar score when it comes to that and our smoking. Whereas the rest of you, like, there are shots you've taken, Rue, that I'm like, that would have murdered me. I don't know how the fuck you took that fucking hit. And I'm like, okay, that would have been 3 baby hits for me. I'm old. But I feel like Snacks and I very much have that similarity. So if we're having a debate and Snacks has something to say about it, I tend to lean towards that. Most often
For me, it's all the lung training. I was swim team, and then started doing musicals.
Music,
and,
yeah, there you go.
I played trumpet. I just you condition the lungs.
Double A and I have a very identical taste pattern. So I know that if he's speaking up on something, I'm listening to what he's saying, because we have such similar taste palettes.
Yeah, I would definitely say that exists there.
I mean, you definitely,
Effect.
he watched me have effect take place.
Yeah, so Chuck and I lean very heavily on the same effect quite often, I feel. So I tend to listen to you if you're like, this shit is strong, so I take it a little easier kind of thing. And then Rue, very much the last, because if you can make it to a fifth bowl for the evening, I'm like, oh shit, this is a good bowl, because this can keep going.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the specialty for me, that I'm like, I've got such a similarity with each one of you that I'm going to listen to you a little bit more.
Yeah.
So on those individual skill sets.
Yeah, I feel it. So there is a
overall conversation. We're all fucking talking about it, but if it's a debate going down and you have an opinion, even if you have an opinion different than mine, and it's in that,
each
I weigh
what
what you're saying.
I
This
do.
is a
I
great
do agree
question,
with that.
Jamie.
So
Yeah, just great. Yeah,
That's
great
why
questions,
I love you, Jamie. Come
I'm
on
glad
over,
you
let's
brought those
smoke.
up.
Come on.
Yeah, I'd love to have you on too. Any spam, you little silly gooses. Even if we do disagree with you, you can always get-
Even via phone, we can do that shit now. Ha ha.
So third spam
Awesome.
email. This is from Grayson. It says hello.
Grayson?
Strange.
Hi,
Yeah.
Grayson.
Yeah, Grayson.
Grayson?
40
Gray sun.
Like Dick Grayson.
Like Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
Nightwing wrote us, is what you're telling me?
Sure.
Maybe
Hi, 42
Wow.
Strains. My name is Grayson Fanarnia.
I agree.
for
Should we give-
Narnia.
Yeah.
Oh, Ford Ardia?
No, Farnarnia.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Should we give a full
Or-
name of spam?
no, sorry,
Should we
Fan
cut that?
Narnia.
It was-
Because he's a fan.
F.A. Narnia.
oh, I gotcha. Sorry.
Long-time lurker.
Lurker?
OG spam.
Gotcha.
spam
OG
here.
spam.
Yeah, long-time lurker, first time submitting anything. My wife has recently wanted to experiment outside the usual gummies that we get and into something more psychedelic. So I assume they're talking about like just regular edible weed gummies. We have tried shrooms a while back to some avail. To some avail.
To some avail.
Like it worked
Gotcha.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And she is now looking to try MDMA, something I have some experience with. I have my absolute no's, so like my do nots. Heroin, crystal meth, and crack being the main ones. So I ask you,
The big three.
yeah, what are your all's absolute knots in the cornucopia of drugs?
Okay. Snacks?
Snacks.
You
like,
want to
yeah,
open
start-
with us?
Yeah.
My knots?
You're not.
You're
You
out.
would not.
He
If
said
I
that
offered it
big
right
three.
now, if I, Hunter
You
S.
have every
Thompson,
option on the table.
opened a fucking briefcase and just said, bitch, what you want.
Yeah, like
No cost.
no crystal meth, no crack, no heroin, no.
Let's just, are we all on the big three? Those three are gone?
Coke.
Those
Out
are
the
no.
window.
Well, no, we're not talking Coke. We just said meth, heroin, crack.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That's what we're saying. I'm just asking. So the big three off the table. That way we don't have to waste the time of going around and going, well, no, we're not going to. Fuck that. We
crack
know.
rocks.
No crack, no heroin.
No needles.
No. Fuck. Okay, got it.
Methies.
Yeah, no meth. Got it. Not even once, kids. Not
Not
even
even
once.
once.
One time.
I probably wouldn't fuck with coke. It's expensive, and it's not of my interest.
Okay.
Well, and that's a hard upper, and you already had
Yeah.
a bad
DNA.
caffeine experience.
Shrooms, LSD, acid.
PCP also a no. I mean, I can tell you what I like and I'm on board with. Mushrooms, acid, I MDMA, and then marijuana and alcohol.
Yeah, there we go.
Gotcha.
Okay, there we go.
Gotcha.
Everything else is pretty much a no.
Everything else is
Yeah.
Everything's
all right.
everything
Gotcha.
else is a no.
Gotcha.
Surfer Dan.
All right. I'm not gonna lie. I've tried a lot. I
I mean,
had
you were around when all of them were
And
invented.
also,
Yeah.
like, yeah, you were,
Yeah.
exactly.
the original
Sorry.
Surfer Dan is
Stole it
the
from
first
you.
one to ever give me ecstasy.
Said it
So
appropriately.
thanks, Surfer Dan, out there wherever you are.
Poopy.
I don't care for Coke anymore, and I think that's because of the coming off of it than it is the effect, because I'm very fucking productive on Coke. I want to say that first of all.
I think that's like every Coke's first statement.
I felt like invincible. I don't know how I moved a jukebox myself 42 feet to the back of a theater, getting it off a stage.
Yeah, I think
all
you told
alone.
me you built a set.
I
and,
built
like,
a set one time, and
Yeah.
another time on Coke, I took apart an entire set, including I started taking up part of the stage, and I wasn't supposed to, so I put it back.
Oh god.
Because I
Get
realized.
excited, as you were.
There are times, much like Popeye with spinach, that I would go, okay, if I really need it, maybe I would. Not anymore because of the stroke. That would not be
That's
a
a
good
bad
thing to go
combo.
Oh
with.
God, no.
So I wouldn't anymore. But it's also because of the fact that, goddamn, for me, I don't know about anybody else who's ever done Coke, but like for me, 24 hours after doing Coke, my nose still feels like somebody has shoved a pine cone
Oh.
in the back of it and then just kind of spun it a few times.
Gross.
So I'm like, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But no wonder
like,
people fucking get
itchy
caught
little-
doing Coke, because like for a day later, god damn, my sinuses hate me.
Yeah.
Oh god, I remember I raw dogged my sinuses. That's why. Yeah, so I would probably never do Coke again. I haven't done MDMA in a long time, so I would like that. Acid, I wouldn't mind again. I think the thing that if I had a steady supply that I wish I just had, just a never-ending supply of weed, of course, never-ending supply of shrooms would be wonderful. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some peyote. God, if I could have a never-ending supply of peyote, I think I would never need another drug of anything else after those.
What are your absolute you will nots?
Like I said,
Other than Coke.
the big three and
Yeah, the big
Coke
three and
are
Coke.
really like I'd try anything else again as long as I felt that it was safe enough for my post-stroke brain to handle. There are some psychedelics that I would feel, because one of the side effects is increased blood flow, that I would worry might open something in the wrong way. So I would just say no to that, but that would be on a case-by-case basis to look it up real quick to go. I can't remember because MDMA does not do that to blood flow, but ecstasy does. So I would probably have to say no to ecstasy in life again. Plus, modern
on-
ecstasy is not 90s ecstasy,
Yeah,
and that's
was
what I
gonna
remember.
say. Like, yeah, pretty much
So-
right now you have to be really careful with who you're saying ecstasy
Yeah.
to and MDMA to because they will intertwine the two of them.
Yeah, and I
So,
get
like,
that. They
really
were
understand
just
the
like
thing.
angel dust for a
You know,
long time
it's-
was just another term that was not what it was.
Yeah, it was PCP, right?
PCP. Angel dust was PCP, and a lot of people that I was around there was a specific LSD stamp that had an angel on it that was going around Santa Cruz area back in the day, and people would call that angel dusting, and I'm like, I am not like right now. I could not do PCP. If you offer
No,
me
that,
PCP,
that's
I would
just
say no.
definitely. I would say that's
So-
on my list right there.
Of a no.
Yeah, what about you, Chuck? What are your,
The absolute no's, of course, the big three.
Yeah.
Right there. I'm just say pretty much no needles and no other people's prescriptions for the most part. Like
Oh,
when
yeah.
it starts getting
I don't
really
really
combining.
pills.
You know,
the
I don't.
things like that.
I don't
It's
care
just
for
like-
prescription shit. If I had a steady supply of that morphine from the hospital, then
Calm down, dude.
motherfucker-
Now
I know
that-
is
All right,
something
Motherfucker.
different.
Fuck.
That is
Because
different. Wow.
that could also be your prescription.
That is
But
a
it's pretty much
God-made
like
drug.
pills
I don't know.
are the big no for me, and then I really don't like the idea of intravenous, like
Okay.
using your veins. Like that's
Yeah.
just that seems to me like that's a little bit too far.
Save the needle for ink.
But
Hell
yeah.
Yeah.
Or my
Yeah.
insulin.
Or my
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Sorry.
different
Yep.
drug. Different drug. You know,
I love that
pretty
drug.
much,
That's
yeah.
not
Other
on my
than
no
that,
list.
though, I think it's all
on
fair
the need
game.
list.
Whatever's cool. I've had I've done DMT.
Ooh.
You know, I've had my experiences through the mushrooms. I've done my psychedelics, and there definitely depends on what you're trying to do with them and
Yeah.
and how frequent. But I think it's all about do your research, your experimentation, and set yourself up for success.
Yeah.
And when
Eat-
you
eat a
when
couple
you do
days
it,
before,
safe
try
spot.
to, like,
Safe
eat-
spot.
Yeah, safe spot and eat the diet that will prepare you for a good time.
Exactly.
You know, don't be like I'm gonna shroom and then we get Taco Bell.
Yeah. No.
Like you know, like make yourself.
Oh,
get
that's
together.
the worst.
You know, like get yourself
That's
situated for
awful.
success. You know, give yourself a good day and plan it out.
Yeah.
I ate like
Yeah.
10 bell peppers.
But yeah, no, that's
high
my
on
big nose.
shrooms
Pretty
once
much
because
none
the
of those
texture.
nasties.
I just fell in
Yeah.
love with it.
Only the happies.
Pineapple.
Nice.
And what about you, Rue? What are your big no's?
Big nose. The big three, cocaine also. Never doing cigarettes again. I smoked one. I filmed a scene one time, and then, my character was smoking a cigarette,
Yeah.
and I figured I smoke weed. Like smoking
Yeah,
a cigarette
I'll
can't be
smoke a
that
cigarette.
bad, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, I had the
That shit's
worst
built
headache I
different.
have ever had in my life. It felt like someone like tightened the front of my
Yeah,
forehead.
yeah.
It was terrible. Yeah, never doing that again.
I was
If I'm doing
pre-packaged.
tobacco,
Yeah, nicotine
it'll
will
be
punch you in
through,
your fucking head when you're not
hookah.
ready
I'll
for
do
it.
through hookah. That's fine. That,
Well,
Well,
it's just
a
'cause
nice
that's
roll
just
blunt.
tobacco.
that's just tobacco. Yeah.
I haven't smoked through a hookah in a long.
We
We have a hookah.
Do we have everything, or are we missing a? I
We
thought
just don't have coals.
Oh, that's right. I have to get
Yeah.
coals.
Yeah.
But we've got because we just replaced the gaskets on it. That's
There
right.
you go.
But yeah, the big ones. Honestly, a lot of others I just haven't really looked into because I'm just not that curious. I'm pretty happy with weed. I drink occasionally, and the shrooms I like in more the microdose. I don't
The
like.
gummies were nice.
Yeah, the doing the bigger doses. I don't like that. The shrooms aren't like weed where you can like eat or drink water or go outside and like get some air and kind of help level yourself out. Once you're in the ride, you're on the ride.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't like
it's-
that.
It's
is, yeah.
you're locked and loaded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
exactly.
enjoy the
So
ride.
I'd rather microdose because you get the body feel, you get the
just
uplifting mindset, but you're
I'll
not locked
say
into
this to
something.
anybody who hasn't like unlike this
I guess those would be my
this
notes.
spam.
Anything that lock you into the ride.
So, yeah. What our spam said, I can't remember our spam's name because I'm super high.
Grayson.
Grayson, yes, thank you, Dick Grayson. So what Dick Grayson
Dick
said.
Grayson.
So, fuck, where was I going with it?
I don't know.
What
He
night
said
wings
sick.
said.
Surfer Dan.
No, I was saying what you were saying. I was going off what you
The
were saying.
microdosing, I don't like what locks you
Shrooms,
in.
there we
Yeah.
go. So you don't like being locked in. Now, Dahlia, who I often partake both weed and shrooms with, and is wanting to try LSD very soon.
Okay.
She very similar to that, does not like the out of control.
Yeah.
However, decided because of safety, because I've been very open and honest. I can say it on the air. We'll talk about it at some point. We don't have to do it now because that was a weird one. But I had a bad but very necessary trip.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to have Chuck and Double A by my side to get me through. And that's really all you need ever. Because even when I've been like, I've gotten Dahlia to the point where she was way too shroomed out of her mind and was able to just get her to a calm spot very easily because of I know her and I know
It's
her
never
safety.
a good place to be.
Yeah.
Fucking way
So
too
it's
shroomed
and
out is just
and
a
I
good place.
and then the last time we did it, she sat there for an hour and watched her skin melt off her hand, but giggling about it. She thought it was the
He
funniest
is a
thing.
horror film fan.
So yeah, so it worked very well for her.
Good.
So I would say, and it's not to you because you've tried numerous times. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying that to other people who are listening who may not or are
Yeah.
trying to try shrooms. Just as long as you're in a safe spot with
Yeah.
people.
always try it.
it's
Yeah.
I
a
know a
very
lot of people are
special
like, I gotta go
circumstance if I were
outside.
to
I
go
don't
for
want to
that
go
hike.
outside for the first time
Like doing
shrooming.
that full experience
I would
again.
be
Yeah, it
safe
would be
in a
pretty
comfy
like
spot.
special circumstance.
all
of,
the
like,
things
you know
I
what?
need.
We're gonna do it. Why
Yeah,
not?
like, or
Then I'll
you
go
just
out
have
to
to
the
feel
ocean
that
and do
mood.
it
Feel
before
that-
the
yeah,
morning
be like,
watch
no,
the
I-
waves
I-
and
I can ride
sunrise
this ride
over
right
them,
now.
because that's fucking gorgeous.
But yeah, so pretty content with those though. The
Yeah.
marijuana drinking.
Yeah, a little
yeah.
So much for that
Little
whole
microdose.
gateway drug theory.
I know, right? I'm so
I'm
boring.
pretty much
Yeah,
just
literally
like if I
hilarious how-
only had like if I never had to pay for
That's why
weed
I
again,
first
I
tried
probably
one.
wouldn't do anything
We're
else.
working
That's easy. Yeah.
Dare doesn't
Yeah.
exist anymore.
Same.
So
What?
can't work with Dare.
What,
Dare
Dare's-
shut down in like
If your
2000
choice was you
and-
never have to,
When
If
they
that's
He
what
realized
said, he,
that
said,
they-
he said if I just had an endless supply
Yeah,
of
if-
cannabis, I'd probably.
that's what it was.
never-
If you never had to
Anything
spend,
else?
that was your option. You never have to spend money on weed ever again. You just get constant delivery of a bunch of different strains, all and wax and
like
anything you
decent
want.
quality.
Yeah.
Decent quality. All you have to do is put in your order, and it's delivered within 24 hours. Everything you need, free of charge. But you can never try another drug again.
Oh,
That's fine.
no, what a fucking awesome.
Wait, does
deal.
that include like caffeine? Are we even going?
No,
to that
no,
level?
we're talking
No,
about.
don't
I mean, I can
illegal
drop
substances.
caffeine,
yeah,
but I've
because
done it
alcohol
before.
works, caffeine
that
works,
shit? Yeah.
tobacco works if you
Oh my
want
god,
it.
endless
Okay.
supply of the weed I want.
But
yeah,
yeah,
I can do nothing but that the rest of my life and be
Yeah,
the
I'd be
happiest
fine.
camper.
That's
There's-
why I've always said that gateway
Yeah,
drug
what-
nonsense is such
it's
bull
been
because I'm
proven
like
to be absolute.
I'm like, go
fucking
ahead.
nonsense.
You give me the option of an ounce of weed or just enough shrooms for this trip right now. Keep your shrooms. Come home with me
Come
for the
on,
next
honey.
2 weeks, baby.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, what? They're gateway my
no-brainer.
ass.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
fucking gateway shit. That's,
Yeah.
Literally, we all start off with unanimously being like, yeah, none of that fucking
None of-
fucked
the
up
big
shit,
three,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, I'm not,
But the
I'm not
whole
injecting
circle
myself
right
with
now.
anything.
It's
unless
like,
it's
yeah,
medically
obviously
needed.
not a
The
gateway
life
drug.
enders.
Yeah.
come on, man.
No.
For me, it's pretty similar. I do want to I want to do some more experimentation with like some psychedelics. I like some shroom stuff. I unfortunately can't do just like raw shrooms. I throw up every time. My
Yeah,
body
you
rejects
can't
them
handle it.
every
Yeah,
single
tell me
time.
the
It
same
doesn't
thing.
matter how much I even like. There's even been like the last 2 times where I was able to consume them without feeling like they were that gross. Like it was just literally once they're in my system and an hour
Stomach
in.
just goes.
As soon as I'm like
knows.
about to start hitting that real build up, it's like
Yep.
bleh, body's like poison, and I'm like, but I like this poison,
But I want
body.
this one.
But
I
the
chose this
gummies,
one.
no problem.
Yeah, those work
But
well.
my body is like,
And the
I'm a little low on
chocolates.
blood sugar. That's actually wonderful.
Yeah.
And it ignores the poison, and it's like, yes. So I've thanks to Yoshak.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's been
yeah.
a wonderful
The man,
just
the myth, the
experience
legend.
and
He's got
and
great
experimentation.
gummies.
I don't really know how much of like acid or LSD I want to do. I know a couple people who've had like real like did
I would just
LSD
say-
and
I
then
would just
years
say-
later,
Don't say no.
Don't say
but like years later had like bad trips and bad times from
Would
like
you-
the amount of
would you go
LSD
to
they
the
did.
middle of the woods and smoke peyote with me?
Yeah, I think peyote is one I do
yeah,
want to
let's
try.
do it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the peyote is
Ayahuasca.
definitely one
I'll
I would
try a
love to do
little.
while camping.
a
Ayahuasca,
little.
things like
go,
that.
go.
You just go there.
You
Why?
just go
Why
there.
did you
would-
speak it?
There
I
is no
have
in
the-
between.
You just
I-
sign language over
I
there.
have the-
Snacks.
What's next?
The fuck?
What's up, Snacks? Is a podcast. Don't be quiet.
Snacks is like, I can't say out loud that I want ayahuasca.
Wait, what is ayahuasca again? Which one is?
The
Words.
I remember
Carbs talk.
It's the
Ayahuasca
festival
is-
I love you,
That's when
Snacks. I'm
everybody's
so glad to have you
on all
here.
The
What?
Burning Man, everybody's ayahuasca.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
it can be. You make a tea. It's
Yeah,
a herbal tea.
peyote
like-
and ayahuasca generally get turned into a tea.
yeah.
What
it's one of
is
the-
it similar? Is ayahuasca similar to peyote? Like in
It's another
effect?
plant.
Okay.
Kind of
based
just a
thing
different
and
form of it. They use it. It comes
Yeah.
from a different region, so it's grown in a different place.
Gives you
Gotcha.
different effect for
The
sure.
ayahuasca is
What-
typically what like African shamans will use to get closer to their gods.
Okay.
It's
What is more the difference in effect?
I would say
More-
peyote. Like from what I've heard, I
Yeah.
did not experience 100% what I've heard. Peyote's a little bit easier.
So peyote,
Okay.
you will get sick on.
Oh.
It does, yeah, you.
I can't
I've-
say that's 100%
yeah,
true.
From what I've heard a lot of people. I know a lot of people who've done it and haven't gotten sick.
Oh, really?
They might not be telling you full disclosure of the extent of what sick means to them. You know, they might just be like it was an effect, but generally you puke on peyote.
Okay.
Like it just will happen.
Yeah,
I didn't throw up on peyote at all.
Ooh.
I had the shits the next day, but I did not.
The
That
other
might
end.
just been how your body processed it.
Yeah,
the other end.
Like the next day, I woke
Most
up.
of the time, you
Gotta
trip
go.
the fuck out and you will purge.
No,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah,
No, it makes sense to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I haven't really heard that myself.
Ayahuasca,
either,
First
but
had
time-
a lot of people sweat it out.
Okay.
yeah, that's what I've heard. But I so I consumed peyote as both the tea, and then it's also sometimes smoked in a big.
That's what.
Steam
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
And that's how the first 2 times that I ever had peyote was smoking in a fucking sweat lodge,
That
Okay.
one.
naked in a circle.
Did you
of
get the
other
shits
naked
off that
people.
one, or did you get the shits
No,
off
I
the
didn't
tea?
feel bad at all. I got the shits off the tea.
Yeah, so that
Okay.
one probably is
So-
one way
It's
that you
that
can
direct
circumvent getting
ingestion.
sick is
Maybe in the
ingesting it.
big
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say most of the
So I gotta
peyote
find a sweat
experiences
lodge
I've
for
heard
us,
about
is
have
what
been
we're
in a
saying.
Let's
sweat
do
lodge.
it.
All right,
Yeah.
fair,
So
fair
maybe
enough.
that's
fair
kind of
enough.
why.
That'd be it.
What is that?
Um,
What is that, Snacks? Yeah.
but-
Okay, good.
But yeah, I would say like I feel like after maybe like doing some maybe peyote or some more shroom stuff or possibly like acid
I'll try
maybe.
it at least once.
Like try
see
something.
how the ride
If I
goes.
feel like it's something I can do, then I want to maybe
would
go
like
to
a clip of
DMT.
that
I've heard
phrase
about some
right
pretty
there.
hard trips on DMT.
That one's a strong one. The effect is not as long. That way,
Oh,
I think
cool.
DMT is an easy one to do if
This
you
is
want to.
not
That's
like
what
a
I've
long-
heard. Yeah.
Because it's a
I
big
don't
one to do.
recall.
But it won't
Because
last
it will
for
smash
hours
you
or
out of
anything.
Yeah.
out of this galaxy. But yeah, it's
I heard
over
DMT is one
15
of those
minutes.
ones that is.
But you can get you feel like you smoked a blunt the entire day though.
Oh,
Like
man.
afterwards, after you've come out of it, you just feel like you got your body high.
You
Just like a
yeah.
yeah, just a
Legit.
stone
But you will not be like out of it or disoriented or anything like
Okay.
that. After you come out of it, you are out of it. But when you are there, I just recommend you just get a comfy spot and you just fucking
Chill out.
rip your balls out.
Right
Yeah,
on.
it'll be fine. Because
So,
when you come
yeah,
out of it, it's like,
that-
all right.
Rip your balls.
Yeah, so that was a good
That
question. That was
sounds
some good question there, Grayson. Thank you. So
Thank you,
much.
Dick Grayson.
Thank you, Dick Grayson. The next one, because we have this many emails from real living
Woohoo!
people.
Damn, this is so weird.
This is from Anthony Peluso.
Anthony,
This says, "Good afternoon. I had a question.
Good afternoon.
I was curious about and hoping you might bring it up on your.
how did he
podcast."
know it was afternoon that we were recording?
I think
this?
it's a general thing people put at the front of
He's a
electronic mail.
Electronic mail.
Yeah.
Neat.
God, I hate you.
Neato. It would be the heading, a letter heading. Good afternoon, as the letter heading.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Don't-
You know
don't
when you
confuse
would
it
like
with
need
your,
to dip your
Telegram
fucking
letter.
bird feather with West Nile on the fucking ink, and then. But he said,
your West Nile quill. all
yeah, your
this
West
one.
Nile quill. He said, hoping you might bring it up on your podcast. We
Sure we
hella
will.
are, Anthony.
I think we will end.
We
We
are
are
right
hella
now.
gonna bring it up on the podcast.
Nope, sorry, that's it. Good night, folks.
No, oh my god, another. Oh my god, the teasing. Careful, I'm getting the tingles down there. What would each of you say is the most efficient way to smoke? I have always felt like joints/blunts waste a bit and may not be as efficient as bong rips or quick snap methods. Anyways, would love to hear all of your thoughts. Snack, we'll go around again. Snacks, what do you think is the most efficient way to smoke and why?
That depends.
There's a lot of variables.
There's a lot of
There's a lot of variables going in there. In general,
I mean,
you know,
I
a
could even,
consensus
like,
to
break it down
yourself.
to, like weather and everything.
Yeah.
Air,
Air.
earth, water, fire.
Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. absolutely.
100%.
No,
I guess if
yeah,
you're
no,
outside, the
that
best
that would be.
method,
So we have to do the
ideally-
Efficiency.
Lieutenant Earthboy, he's our
I think he
hero.
may not have said it. I think he means efficiency is to get
the most
best
high.
out of your weed.
Get the most
not
high
like
per
efficient, like
burn.
like what's the best
Most
way to really
high
like
per
get the
burn.
like just like to literally have the best smoking experience.
That's going to be
Like,
different for everyone.
I
It is.
I would say bong, like a little baby bong.
and
Little
what is
baby
that?
bong.
little
So-
bubbler, like a bubbler.
A little bubbler.
A
'cause then
bubbler.
Like,
There we
you
go.
burn the smoke, it'll go through like the water and everything, like all that. And it seems less harsh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Yeah. So little bubbler for some smoothness. Snacks says bubbler for some smoothness. Server Dan,
The
most efficient way for you.
the problem is so just specifically for me. That's what he's asking. So how?
yeah, he
how
wants each of our thoughts on.
Okay,
it.
good.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
not for overall because
No.
I cannot recommend that because I recommend you have to mix up how you smoke quite often because your body's going to get used to the high
Yes,
you
yeah.
get from the bubbler.
Oh, yeah.
So after a couple of months of the bubbler, switch to the bong. I will pull out my party
okay,
bong
so
every
then-
once
so
in a
would you
while
say-
to smoke out of for a couple of days just to rip differently.
Yeah, would you say then
shock the
your
body.
would you say then your opinion on the most efficient way to smoke would be to change it up?
A rotation, a constant rotation.
Find us several ways to consume
And don't make it
change up.
consistent that it's every 2 weeks. It's just every once in a while. Like after the, I will sometimes look at a piece and after the third time I've rinsed and clean it, go nope, and put it right back on the shelf and grab the next piece. And I switch up between
Variety.
bubblers, glass bubblers, silicone bubblers,
Silicon?
pipes, silicone.
Like as in the valley?
Yes, Silicon Valley bubblers. Silicon Valley bubblers are my favorite nerdy bubblers. I love smoking
speaking
fucking
code.
Canagar with you,
that's
Chuck. The blunts are great. Even the ones with tobacco leaves, I'm not a big fan of. But the ones
Are you
with
talking about when I roll up like the
hemp
backwoods?
wraps?
yeah, with the back,
Kings.
the hemp wraps I
King
like,
palms.
but like when you roll a backwoods or you don't swisher, but when you do
I know you Swisher for a while.
for a while, but it's been a long time, and
Yeah.
none of them are sponsors, so fuck them. They can go fuck themselves, unless you want to sponsor, and then you can fuck us. Go right to us, Backwoods. We'll wear your products. We love you, motherfucker. We only smoke
just like
Backwoods.
YouTube,
if
fuck you, but thank you.
pay us. Just telling you, we are whores.
Yeah, Server Dan's just getting out. He's an absolute
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
slut for
absolute
marijuana.
fucking
It's just
whore.
Or for hire.
For
whore for hire.
for
Chuck in the cage.
hire.
Higher.
So yeah, it's just one of those things that I'm like, I recommend a rotation and mix it up. I wish there was an app. I wish I could put out the Surfer Dan app that it would just randomly tell you change a piece. Just one day it will tell 2 days into smoking, change a piece
Change a piece.
or change your method.
It is time.
Change a strain because you should switch up your strains too. Yeah, so that's rotation is my answer. That's the most efficient way to get the most out of your weed.
Fair enough.
So you can never get your body used to it.
Fair enough.
Chuck, what's your most efficient way?
Oh, however I feel like it at that moment.
A mix it
Smoke
up.
it
You're a
after
mix
you
it up
lie.
guy.
Drill out an apple and just
Yeah,
smoke out of
like
an
I
apple.
mean, I roll joints better than them bitches in Havana.
Better
Yeah, you
than the
do.
bitches
Yeah,
in
you do.
Havana.
Tits out too. I love it.
you know,
I
so
love it when
I-
you do it.
I love,
Sexy as
I love
fuck.
rolling joints. I have no problem smoking blunts. I'm from Richmond, so you know I was raised on Swishers and
Richmond
Peach
City,
Optimos.
Richmond City Seal has somebody
Backwoods,
smoking a blunt on it, doesn't it?
Probably.
I mean me.
It has you on it.
So hands down, I can smoke it pretty much every way. Do I mix it up a lot? Yeah, I have, but I have my really big standard piece that I use. I have a bong by Captain Hook that I put away right now. But I love my tag, my thick ass glass bong. I got an ash catcher on it. I've got a good quality bowl on it, and I use that more than anything. But I love rolling a joint, so pretty much those two. As far as getting the most out of my weed, I just really don't think it matters how I smoke it. A 0.5 is a 0.5, a gram's a gram. Get in my lungies.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Get in my lungies.
Yeah.
We should open a merch shop that says "Get in my lungies."
Let's do it.
Easy.
Oh, you don't think? No, I'm not even gonna say.
No, don't tease us. Stop.
Wow.
Think? You don't think?
You're such a tease today.
Fucking tease.
You don't?
You should see what he does to my butthole.
I know, you're right. You're right.
They shouldn't.
I
see it.
should.
That's
see.
not
Where,
for a
where
lot
do
of
I
people
sign
to
up
see.
for this website?
What about What about
42
you, Rue?
strains
What's your
after
most,
hours?
What's your most efficient
OnlyFans.
way to smoke for you?
Proficient. I like bong and then the rolled options, whether it's joint or blunt or using the was it the king palm?
Just keep
Yeah.
using that hand
The hemp
gesture
reps.
for me. I don't know what
The-
you're saying.
yeah.
Whatever that
The
was.
There you
Greiser
go.
shake method.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. The
exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how I pack my cones.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, it checks out.
Yeah, yeah.
That checks out.
So yeah, bong and the wraps. I have found that with dabbing, I have to save that as a more like special event kind of thing because I build up a tolerance to that faster.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get to a point where
Yeah,
like
my
I'll
wife's
take
a
a
fucking
dab.
savage.
No, I know that. That's why I find
It's
it
like dirty.
with how amazing she is as a smoker. I find it interesting how quickly she builds up a tolerance to dab. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
So mix it up. So
yeah.
you're definitely a mix it up
Yeah.
of that opinion as well. So just change it up. You do what you like. You know, I see what he's meaning about like he feels like sometimes joints and blunts can be wasteful. I think sometimes
I
they
feel
can
like that,
be.
but I also feel like if you're only smoking that for a week
Exactly.
straight, your body has gotten used to it.
So what I will
would-
say-
I was
go ahead.
also I would say like joints and blunts in that are better if you're with people and you're in a circle. Because
Yes.
if
Some vibes
it's just
come
you
with
puff, puff, pass.
and you set it down for a minute and then you have to
You're just kinda
recover
like-
from that hit and then
It's like
it
it's like
burns
taking
for a bit
shots.
before
It
you
feels
come
bad to
back
take them
it.
alone.
Yeah. So if
Yeah.
you're smoking with someone, you get to pass it, and the whole thing is getting smoked rather than some just smoldering and burning
Yeah.
while you're
Feel it.
recovering.
I just sit there and roast that goddamn joint myself.
Oh, I
I've
do
watched
it.
you
Oh,
take.
no.
I've watched you take a
100%.
7-inch blunt and
I
just
feel
suck it
lavish
down
as I
to
do
its
it,
tip.
too.
Yeah.
For
Sorry,
me,
go
I would
ahead.
say I think I'll like go like not necessarily. I'm definitely like a mix setup person as well. I think I would also say like if I really did it, maybe have to just be like, you know, this is gonna be my way, and this is like the efficient way I want to do it.
Like if you only had one.
If I had a variety of glass water pieces, I could do that forever. Like I could totally.
Bubbler bong.
I would hate it. I'm not saying I'd be like it. I would give up joints. I'd give up blunts. I'd give up pipes.
But as long as you
long as I had
had
a water glass piece, like I will chill.
specifically water glass, not silicone. Or
Yeah, not silicone. I actually really don't like
I don't
smoking
like
through
smoking
silicone very
silicone.
much.
I mean,
It's okay.
I
It's
will.
just like I don't really like the hits that
I'm
come
not
from
gonna
it.
buy a piece, though.
I
It's-
don't like the feel of it in my hand most of the time.
Okay.
It's just kind of
I like the mixed pieces where parts
I
of it are
do
silicone.
enjoy some of the mixed
Parts
pieces
of it
more.
glass.
Yeah. Yeah, so
It just
yeah,
tastes
but I'm
Yeah,
normally
I like
though
that.
I'm definitely a mix it up person. Like I
Yeah.
think you really should just have a variety. I don't think you should just only do snap hits or only do just bowls out of your pipe or only I only smoke 3 blunts a day and that's my smoking. Like that's just it's gonna and like anything. Like if you eat fucking salad every day, you're
Yeah.
gonna get
Like,
shitty. If you do this every day, it's
If
gonna
I
get
really
shitty.
was told that I could have it at my convenience, like if I could only roll up for the rest of my life and it'd be at my convenience, whether it's joints, blunts,
With that variety.
So-
that variety there,
so
I
like-
honestly think I could. And
So
I
like him
probably
with
would.
water pieces for you
Because-
would definitely be rolling options.
Because I think of
would be
all
it.
the other aspects and time frames in which, regardless of like maybe it becomes more acceptable in the future, maybe not. You can have your cigarette cases, you can
Yeah.
have your this and that. Step out the movie theater, fucking slap that in your mouth, just light up, walking down the street. Just got done having sex. You reach over for your smoke. You just got your little cigarette.
Wait, you don't do that.
So like I'm just saying. So like, and if that was going to be it for me, then yeah, I mean, if I could always have my little bubbler on me or something like that too, got to put in that perspective.
Yeah.
That like anything where alternative smoking would come into play, which is something I did do. I smoked black and milds for years, and I heavy vaped for years.
Yeah.
So like, if I
You're
could
like
just
vape
replace that
trips.
just aspect
Fucking
of having it
clouds.
with me at all times, then yeah, I think I could probably last on just joints forever.
All
Oh, yeah,
right.
there you go. Last email, and just thank you, Anthony. That was a great question.
I thought it was a really cool
liked
question.
That one. That was awesome. Love that one. This one is from Kendall.
Hi, Kendall.
Why
Jenner?
is it that almost everyone who owns a dog
Absolutely not.
and
Yes.
smokes weed
Yes.
likes to get them high?
Likes to get the dog high?
Yeah.
It's not just dog owners. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to bring up.
Cat owners.
Yeah, no, because
Maybe
I've
pets.
trained. I think it's all pets, don't you? Is there a pet you wouldn't give weed to?
I mean, there may be animals that have some kind of
Yeah,
intolerance
my
to
hamster.
it that I wouldn't. Yeah, that's
Their
a
bodies are
lot.
actually like literally so small that even if
Yeah.
they do have the cannabinoid system, almost even the 0.1% that would be on an exhale can can actually like
From close up.
So
just
heavily
room
affect them.
in the room, you
Yeah.
can get enough
Secondhand.
residual high that he's
Yeah,
fine.
but I'll never
All right.
like blow. I wouldn't blow a hit on my.
You wouldn't blow it in.
Yeah.
Alright.
But you'd grab the end of your dog's mouth and just.
Absolutely.
Well,
I blow my dog
our
hits all
dog
day. Our
begs
dog
for
tries
it.
to hit bongs.
Yeah, that's
she
true.
joins circles.
Yeah.
She literally
so-
stuffs her snouts in the necks of our bongs and
Yeah.
just
And
goes.
Give me a hit. Give me a hit. Give me a hit. Yeah.
It's like,
there's
wow.
been
My
times-
cat does it too.
She's also
there's
the
been
most
times
anxious
she'll,
dog
like,
I've ever met. So
Cry
she
for
fucking
it, and we
needs
won't
Yeah.
know what she wants. We're like, "What do you need to go potty? Do you want food? Do you want water? Like, what's going on?"
And then
And
she'll
we're
look
like,
at us and then stare at the
and
bong
she'll
a
stare
couple
at the
times.
bong. We're like, "Oh, you want a hit?"
Oh, you
literally
hit.
asked for it.
Yeah.
Like asked for it more than she'd ask for dog treats. It's kind
Yeah.
We've trained my cat to sit now to leave to the lounge.
of
Okay.
oh,
She's allowed into the lounge.
Oh,
Nice.
So she will
sweet
go to the
baby.
door, stand up at the door, look back at me, go meow, and sit down
'Cause she's
and
gotta
look
show
up at the
daddy.
door. And I'll open the door and let her out, and then she'll sit next to me while I'm ripping.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally I'll just feel this little paw on my leg.
Just hey,
Hey, I'd like to join the circle now.
yeah,
And then I'd give her a couple of rips. No, and I think part of it is like I've got an older cat, arthritis, so I know it helps her. I know
Yeah.
it makes her feel better. She just lays there afterwards or begs for treats, one of the two.
yeah. They
Which I'm
just
also
nap.
teaching her how to sit for.
Nice.
But so yeah, it's beyond dogs, but I think dog owners, because of the fact that it's so easy to teach them tricks, that they learn almost from sight. So if they're around you while they're high,
They're already domesticated. They
They-
already want to be included, and we
Yeah.
want to include them. I think
we wanna include them.
subconsciously, like the reason we do it is because, like, yeah, you're part of the family.
you're
Yeah.
Like you.
if I'm getting high,
Like,
why
it's
can't you
literally
get
just
high?
like,
Yeah.
dude, like hunters, and I mean, it goes all the way back to when we domesticated them as animals. It's like they did everything together. They did the
How-
sleeping, the eating, the guarding, the hunting.
How
all that.
differently do you think your animal acts high versus regular?
Oh, she's honestly so much better and less anxious. I
yeah,
mean, like
her
I said, our
anxiety's
dog is
down.
so anxious. She literally is able to calm down.
Yeah.
she can still go play. It's like she never gets like just like tossed and
Dead,
couch
yeah.
locked. It's like it's just literally she just doesn't get freaked out by auditory
Everything.
stuff and everything else going on around in her world that she doesn't need to fucking
Yeah,
worry
we now
about.
have to put a sock over
And
her
plus,
ears.
I mean, just
Yeah.
in general, just
So
in
she
general,
can't so we can
the
muffle
struggle
down.
is real, and if we're feeling it, they got to be feeling it
Right.
with
Yeah.
animals' empathy.
Yeah.
So, like,
100%.
hook them up.
Why not give them a Scooby snack?
And
Yeah.
she loves it.
And they
I mean, if I had an
think,
animal
like-
that like just fucking
Yeah.
hated it and like ran away every time, yeah, I'd
They
probably
make,
just
like-
stop. Like you don't want it, then you don't want
Yeah,
it.
I
Like,
wouldn't. I don't.
not
I would
like
never
that.
force it
Yeah,
on my
exactly.
animal.
Yeah, the difference
My
is
other
they're
cat
more
doesn't
like
really care
pet-friendly
for it.
cannabis now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's pet friendly like CBD like
Exactly.
treats
Yeah.
and tinctures and little pills and there's all kinds.
My
of,
other
we
cat
have
doesn't
some
like it
hemp
being
ones
blown
inside.
in
Yeah.
his face
Yeah,
at
we have some
all,
great hemp
but he
treats and
he
such.
likes being around it. So I think just secondhand is enough for him.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
my female cat
Yeah.
is like, fuck that pansy lightweight. I want some.
Give me some.
Like blow it directly at me.
Yeah.
Like basically make out with me and blow it up my nose.
And I always try to look it
Another
up
good
if it is a
question.
new pet too. If it's like an animal that doesn't like, I'm like, that animal like smoke. Like I'll look
Yeah.
like the tortoise. It's like no, don't do that.
No,
to
I
that
wouldn't
tortoise.
even think a tortoise
A tortoise-
could inhale like that.
They can. I mean, they have lungs.
No,
but
but
they
I
just.
but like
She
a
hisses.
She can block her
purposeful. I'm
nose,
going to.
so
yeah, that's the
she's
thing. I
fucking
don't
Yeah,
think
she
it's like a
doesn't want it.
purposeful.
And they don't want smoke. They just don't.
Yeah.
They don't want that shit.
It's a
That's-
heat thing.
Instead,
as well.
she stuffs her head all the way in water and blows bubbles. That's like
But,
her
like,
drug.
way early on. I remember talking about Reggie in my backyard. You guys remember Reggie?
I remember Reggie.
That fucking squirrel would go right above me
Fuck
to
that
take
squirrel.
fucking hits off of me blowing
Yeah.
up.
Battles, yeah.
So, and I've had how many times in Schrodinger's Lounge spiders come down for
Yeah.
it. So, yeah, I can see that. So, I can see
Yeah.
any animal might want it.
Yeah, so
But
Kendall, that's
they'll
why.
tell you.
That's why Kendall. That's why people do it because it's
Why do you
fun.
want it?
Some animals like it, and that's how it goes. And some of
Plus-
them need it.
Give someone
Plus,
relief.
look, if you're smoking alone and you got no people with you and you're listening to us, so we're your circle, maybe your dog wants to join the circle too. And if so,
we invite them.
good girl. Who's a good girl?
Oh, that's a good buddy.
Oh, good
Oh,
baby.
good buddy.
Oh, you're so
And-
good.
And that concludes our spams emails, guys. That we
That's
actually
it?
Answer all
That
of those
was
5
5?
emails.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was fun.
And with that, guys, that is going to kind of wrap up our comeback episode of season 2 of 42 Strains. Look forward to all the new things we mentioned, more high splations, fun, wacky news, a little bit more catching up with us, stories from the last 2 years, judging High Times Cannabis Cup strains, Instagram lives, partnering with papers, events, like, things are going to be going pretty awesome for us in the next coming up future here. So catch us there. Catch us at YouTube, Podbean, Spotify. Email us at 42strains@toke.com. Find us all on social media. Our handles will play at the end of the episode. And other than that, I think there's really nothing else to say other than stay high and stay golden and
Smoke with you soon.
You can catch Double A on Twitter and Instagram at AA1242.
You can follow this old dinosaur on Twitter at Surfer Dan. Just kidding. I was too slow to get that handle, but that guy's still pooping. I'm at 42 Strains. That's the number 42 Strains. And over on Instagram, you can find me at Surfer Dan of 42 Strains.
If you'd like to see what's going on with your girl Snacks, you can go to Twitter and follow SnackQueen21. I repeat, SnackQueen21.
Or come follow Chucky D over on Instagram at Chuck_Dante or Twitter at iHeartChuckadee.
And if you'd like, you can follow Drew on Twitter